Trump, does the United States control the Iran's oil now? I don't know. What do you guys think? It's Purple Sunday, everybody. Come on in, come on in. Let's get it going. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let me get that camera straighten all of this stuff out. Come on in, you guys. Let me know how my audio is sounding as well. Let's get on. Let's get it going. I see we got some people in the building early. See, we got Liberty and Justice in the building already. Who else we got? Sweet RV Adventures. Okay. I see we got people in the building. Happy Purple Sunday, everybody. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Dial it in. Let's dial it in. Let's dial it in. How's everybody doing, my friends? I think we got it again. There we go. Wait, maybe just a little. Wait a minute. I think I'm cool with that. How everybody doing this morning? Could have went anywhere. You're here with me now for our bottom line. Let's get it in. Let's see what time we got right now. Almost got a little bit of time set for those prayers. You always got to have time for the prayers. Take a sip of this water real quick. Okay, I see you guys are ready this morning. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready too. We got a lot to go through today. Oh, y'all gonna like this one. I have to say so myself. Hope you guys are ready for a good one. Because, yeah, y'all know how we got to start it off. Can't start it off any other way but what? With the prayer. Got to get that prayer in the air to make sure that we get covered, because we have to have a good show. And then you say, go break a leg. That's right, you guys. Let's get those prayers in the air. We want to pray for love, happiness, life, fun. We want to pray for absolute peace. We want to pray for understanding and what? Communication. That's right, you guys. Let's have great communication with each other so that we can build like the human race and not a party. Let's go, you guys. Let's get into it. Who we praying for this morning? We're praying for also that good health. Can't forget about good health. Got to pray for Lisa Hearns. We also see Liberty and Justice in the building. I see my brother Jeffrey Spilker, Sweet RV Adventures, Mark Dorfman. Hey, how you doing, bro? Good morning. Who else we got in the building? Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. I see we got Jeffrey Spilker in here too. Terry, every day we pray for you, no matter what, if you're here or not. I hope you and the family are doing well. Can't forget about who else we got up in the building. Jonathan. Want to also give a shout out to Ad Rains. Thank you so much. Also 55 Coffee House. I think that's your name. I apologize if I got you wrong. Pop in so I can get you right moving forward. Lisa Roy. Also want to give a big shout out to all of our other friends like Batty Lynn. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman, and like I said earlier, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Want to give a big prayer out also to everybody here who may be suffering, anything that's going on with your health and things like that. And those who are still asleep, before you wake up, also want to pray for you guys too, as well as Sam Champion and Luigi. Who else is in the building that just popped in? We've got, who was that? Lisa Hearns, Tracy P. Okay, Jeffrey Spilker's here now, and Mega Dub. Amen, you guys. Let's get into it. It's time to get to work. Let me get this audio straight. Hope everybody had a good one. It's early. I know it's Sunday. We getting used to it though. The same way we're getting used to those cold water temperatures. That's right, you guys. So far, I think I'm up to about 7 minutes. I think I could just cut the cold water on probably in about 2 more weeks. Maybe about one more week. I can just start going straight cold and stepping on in there. That's right, you guys. Your boy's been getting conditioned. I'm not only talking it, I'm actually speaking it. So if you guys are ready, it's time to get into Purple Sunday. Another sip of the water before we start. Hope everybody's feeling happy and healthy this morning. There you go. You got it. It's Purple Sunday. Get those decals out. Get those decals out. If you got t-shirts, whatever you got to represent Purple Sunday, it's time to do it, y'all. Because guess what we're about to say? It's almost time. Let's go. I'm waiting for this guy. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. That's right, you guys. Thank you so much, Sam and Jordan. Can't forget you guys. Y'all ready? Let's go. Anytime you're ready, because it's 6 o'clock. I know it is. Woosah. And we gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. Come on now, pray with me, y'all. Hope we get this one right this morning. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. Doom, 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 doom. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. And I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside, so shine bright. Tonight, you and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. So alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond, oh. Shine bright like a diamond, oh. Shine bright like a, you're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. That's right, y'all. If, pump that beat. Purple Sunday the 29th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got shine bright. You and I. You're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. That's right, you guys. Y'all are beautiful to me. Visions of ecstasy. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Hope you guys had a fantastic evening, because I know I did. Y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. It's Purple Sunday. What does he got that purple jacket on for? It's his favorite color. We do Purple Sunday to wrap up the week, get a whole bunch of topics out so we can wrap up, get ready for Monday so that we can do much more. That's what we do over here at Our Bottom Line. Hope everybody's good. It's time to go. Shine bright like a diamond, oh. Shine bright like a diamond, oh. Shine bright like a, you're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. We're gonna have some fun today, you guys. We're gonna get through these trending topics and current events. But of course, you know what we really doing? We chilling. This is fam today. We doing our thing. Let's get this wrap up going. Hope you guys are ready, because it's time to do it. So without any further ado, I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I also like to know, do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you know? Yeah, I like to know what time it is because it's 6 o'clock in New York time. I like to know what time it is where you are. And yes, I do go research cities, countries, and different content to make sure that we are on a global scale. You guys, without any further ado, y'all know what's next. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. What do we have here? Trump. Does the United States control Iran's oil now? They got a cut of what's coming in and going out in Venezuela so far. Maduro's pretty peed off over there. So what's actually going on when it comes down to Iran? They've already opened up the waves. And how did they do that? By relieving sanctions. That means that something's going on. That's just a question. Boop, use the Joker question mark. Boom, and now we're gonna keep on going, you guys, because the next part that I have to say of this thumbnail is a gang takedown leads to 18 indicted for crimes on Long Island. Got him, watch your head. Oh my God, there you go, you guys, that's number 2. Last but not least, what we got coming off the board is some breaking news directly from Trump, who publicly responds to Tiger Woods' arrest. As you know, yes, your boy was drive drunk. I don't know if he was drunk. I'm not gonna go out on a limb like that, but it seems like the second time, Tiger. So yes, brother, you need prayer and maybe you need to take it easy. Like I told you before, not trying to say anything funny, but maybe you need to get a driver at this point. First time you almost yourself. It's time, you guys. Let's get into it. It's Purple Sunday. Hope you got your water, your coffee, your tea, because you know how we started off most of the time with the president and some gaggle. That's right. We guys got some more information probably about tariffs, information about what's going on in Iran, as well as telling us what's going on right now. Right here, as he says, pretend I didn't say that after telling a crowd, Cuba is next. Do you think Cuba's next? Or it's even necessary to go at them in any kind of way? They're already ready to wave the flag. Let's get into it. It's Purple Sunday, you guys. Let's go. Time to stack this deck. Hope everybody's ready to go. And I hope you stick around for the health and wellness section because we got a good one for you today. Let's go, guys.
Venezuela, I said, because I campaigned on the fact peace through strength, you wouldn't have to use it. I built this great military. I said, you'll never have to use it. But sometimes you have to use it. And Cuba's next, by the way, but pretend I didn't say that, please. Pretend I didn't say that. Please, 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 media, please disregard that statement. Thank you very much. Cuba's next.
Thank you, Jordan.
So despite the radical left Democrat shutdown, we will continue to defend the sovereign.
Everybody show Jordan some love and do what he do. Everybody do exactly what Jordan's doing.
Borders of the United States of America, and will defend our allies. And your ally, you didn't know they were that tough, did you? You didn't know. They were pretty tough, Iran. Not tough anymore. Now we'll continue to deport dangerous criminal aliens from our country. Just days ago, an 18-year-old girl in Chicago named Sheridan Gorman was gunned down by a savage criminal alien led in by
oh, shit.
Released in a Democrat sanctuary city. He was an animal. The same month, an 83-year-old veteran, highly regarded person, was shoved onto the subway tracks and murdered by an illegal alien with a long criminal history in New York City.
Yep.
These are vicious criminal thugs.
But if you have them tell it 2 days prior, what did Tish report? Because we pay attention to what's going on. The way that they're laying out, the way that they're smoothing out the laws now to make it look like there's not that much crime going on in New York. Yeah, okay. All we've been doing all week is reporting crime in New York.
Disgusting human beings that Democrats have defunded our airports to protect. They want our airports to be defunded so that these people can come into our country. Not going to happen. We're not going to have it. That's why this week I deployed ICE to our airports to help reduce the delays. People there are doing a great job, but they didn't want to pay them. The Democrats didn't want to pay them. And a short time ago, I also ordered emergency funding to resume paying the TSA agents immediately. They're getting paid. Democrats must stop their dangerous and destructive shutdown and reopen the Department of Homeland Security without delay. And it's time that they start thinking properly. That's why they lost in such a landslide and put America first. It's time that they start thinking about America first.
I like that tie, by the way. It looks like the one that I had on yesterday. That's a nice tie right there, by the way. Prez, we got to keep on moving forward right now. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Purple Sunday. Coffee, tea, organic, possibly. Don't know too much about coffee unless it's that 55. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Where you at, girl? Let's go. Where we at right now? Oh, guess who? Guess what? Somebody got hacked. Can you believe that? I'm talking about cojones, man. You got to have some really big cojones to hack these people. Someone hacked the the Alphabet Boys. The director, as a matter of fact, Kash Patel's emails, breached them with links to a lot of different stuff that I don't want to mention here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let them do it. I'm going to let them say it right here in this next clip that we're about to play. Because, yeah, the FBI's emails just were hacked, particularly Kash Patel's.
Cyber criminals linked to Iran have breached the FBI director's personal email account, according to sources familiar with the matter. Hacker group Handala Hack Team took credit for the attack. They posted images of Director Kash Patel and his apparent resume. After the start of the war in Iran, the Justice Department said Handala was responsible for several cyber attacks, including a malware attack against a U.S.-based medical technologies firm. An FBI spokesperson did not have an immediate comment.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up with that because, whoa, they might start releasing stuff depending on what the files contain. So now you heard it here first. It's been hacked. So if you start seeing images, and that's the personal account of Kash Patel. Woo, let's go, you guys. We got to get on over to CPAC. Yes, CPAC was yesterday, and there's a lot that was going on, particularly a lot of speeches. One in particular that I like for you guys to hear about is one that was impactful, so we queued it up. This one is Scott Turner, who says we're finally ending the what gravy train for what illegal immigrants. Taking care of public housing, you must have proof to prove that you're an American citizen in order to get what? HUD. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up.
Not words. We live by this motto in President Trump's administration. As our record has shown, our actions have proven. At last year's CPAC, I said that our mission is to put the American people first. And we have backed that promise up with actions and not words. Not everyone believes in that mission, though. I'm sure that you all saw that on display at the State of the Union, when half the room refused to support the president's statement that said this, quote, "The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens." The Biden administration clearly failed in that first duty. It rolled the red carpet out for illegals that led from the border right up to our public housing units. Every day this travesty continued was a desecration of our government's sacred duty to the American people. Under President Trump's leadership, we are finally ending this gravy train for illegals. At Housing and Urban Development, we proposed a new rule that would force everyone in HUD-supported housing to show proof of citizenship or eligibility.
What do you guys think about that? Should you have to show proof of citizenship in order to get eligibility for HUD housing? Do you guys agree with what he just said? If you agree, thumbs up. If you have to show proof that you're an American citizen to get public housing, thumbs up. If you do not agree and you think public housing should be for all people, illegal immigrants included, that's why you have to say that as well. Let me know what you think by putting a thumbs down, and also let me know your reason and why. I'll read that as well. Let's keep on moving forward. Someone says yes, absolutely. We got Tracy that's got the thumbs up. Mike's got the thumbs up. 420 thumbs up. Stafford thumbs up. Lee Davis thumbs up. Another Latoya thumbs up. Casey thumbs up. Liberty thumbs up. Luigi thumbs up. Vice versa. Whoa, okay. Who is the speaker at CPAC? This is Scott Turner. Let's keep on moving forward. I have to show proof of my identity for everything. Okay, Crystal, let's go. Okay, I see you guys.
this indeed will end the mixed status loophole, which enabled illegals and ineligibles to get away with their fraud if they stayed in a home with at least one other eligible member. We also blocked illegals from accessing FHA-insured mortgages, which is taxpayer money, which are meant to benefit American citizens and American citizens only.
They was getting FHA loans, and he said that some of them were trying to do a loophole by staying with someone that was an American citizen, by staying with them. Yes,
all illegals and all ineligibles must make room for the vulnerable American people, because every one of those spots that is taken from a homeless veteran shivering in the midnight in the streets, a married couple facing a mountain of bills and weight on their family, or every citizen desiring to feel the American dream. Those are the people that we serve. Those are the people that we must serve. And those are the people that we have been called to serve in America. And we also have a duty to serve the Americans of faith who found themselves downtrodden during the Biden administration. Religious liberty is enshrined in our First Amendment, and it is often called America's first freedom because it is the foundational freedom that all others are built upon. And I'm a Christian, unapologetically.
There you go.
And for me, for myself, as well as millions of Americans and believers across this country, our faith in Christ defines who we are down to the very core of our being.
Okay, brother, I could let you keep on going because your words are like so intense. I love the way he speaks. He has a lot of magnitude. I might study him so I can get better. That's how you do it. You got to get better. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because guess what? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get him! That's right, we doing it. We going right into it right now. We're not playing. I told you we stacking this deck early. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen, get those likes up, get some more people over here for stories like this. Because guess what you probably were thinking? Once they put those guys in the airports, it's going to go crazy and we're going to be able to prove our points. It's going to be bad. They're going to have face masks on. They're going to be causing all sorts of havoc until something like this happens. Yesterday, handing out waters, helping people out, helping people get through the airports. Not only that, people are saying, you know what, they've been such a help. We really appreciate all of the help that ICE has been helping out with where the TSA is not at right now so far, right? Now, with the maraschino cherry on top, we're going to go to a story where an ICE agent heroically saves the life of an unresponsive toddler following the airport deployment. Just so happens he saw the child unresponsive. The father was erratic. He took the child and did the Heimlich maneuver and saved the child's life. Just so happens to be an ICE agent. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let me know what you guys think about this story right here. You guys can see it. Guys, it's really blurry, but you can go in Sky News and many other news and see it. Man's running around with the child. You see the ICE agent run over to him right there. Little blurry, yeah. ICE agent takes the child, puts the child down behind the pole, yeah. TSA is there, but watching. Not like they're not there to help. Mother's very distraught. As you can see, the man is trying to, comfort her. Wish that pole wasn't in the way. So a heroic immigration and custom enforcement officer has been praised for saving the life of a 1-year-old child following the agency's airport deployment. The incident occurred on Wednesday at New York City's John F. Kennedy International Airport when the child became unresponsive in the father's arms. At the time of the incident, the agent was assisting Transportation and Security Administration's officers when he sprung into action. So according to Homeland Security, panic from the child's father and nearby passengers alerted the agent before he performed the Heimlich maneuver. We got a lot of messages coming in right now from Homeland Security. At JFK Airport, travelers waited at hours-long lines. An infant became unresponsive and stopped breathing. The panic of the child's father and nearby passengers were heard by the ICE agent stationed at the checkpoint. This extraordinary bravery embodies the selflessness and services of the DHS law enforcement. So there's a lot of new tweets coming in. That's Homeland. ICE posted a video of the moment to X, along with a detailed explanation of the incident that could have turned tragic if not for the quick-thinking agent. Yeah, so now we got many different departments that are tweeting about it, you guys. I just thought that we probably need to shed light on the positive that they're doing out there. Not to say that there probably wasn't other incidents that they're going to probably try to shed light on. I do think that's very important. And guess what? They saved the child's life. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And also, you know what I want to do? I want to say thank God for for being there and for being able to have that right person there at the right time in order to perform the Heimlich maneuver to save the child. That's what else I want to say, you guys. Amen. Thank you so much. You see that? We don't only pray for bad when bad things happen. We pray for good when God comes in and steps in and helps out, because we know that's his hand as well on the situation. Let's get back over to some information about the president as he goes off on the Democrats for a 2 a.m. voice vote. I don't know if you guys know about this, but yeah, I wanted to put it right close to what was going on when it came down to ICE and what's going on, because right now, this is late breaking news, probably right fresh off where we're at right now when it comes down to the votes, when it comes down to TS agents actually getting paid back on payroll and not emergency fund payments.
And Byron Donalds, Republican from Florida, joins me now. Sir, the House votes on funding DHS today. Are they going to be, the Republicans, are they going to be on board on a deal that does not fully fund ICE?
I'm not voting for that. Stu, let's be very clear. I got to correct your reporter. The Senate didn't vote last night. It was 2 a.m. There were 5 senators on the floor. They moved this by voice vote, which means Senate leadership, Republican and Democrat, agreed that everybody was just going to stay in their beds while 5 people moved this package without ICE and CBP. I find this to be very disgusting, and it abdicates the responsibility that United States senators have been given by the people in their states. A lot of times people are saying, how come Washington never gets anything done? Stuart, let me tell you the facts. The truth is, in the House, we move a lot of policy. And there's a lot of things that actually do not get a vote on the floor of the House because we know there is no will in the Senate to actually clear the filibuster. That is the problem. It's always the problem. So they did this BS in the cover of darkness while everybody was asleep. And then America's saying, well, what's the House going to do? My position is fund all of Homeland Security, because the Democrats realize they overplayed their hand, because now they have long lines in most airports in America because they want to play politics because they hate Donald Trump. That's what's really going on. Number 2, here's the real truth, America. ICE is funded through 2029 because we funded it through budget reconciliation last year. So we've been dealing with these games, Democratic political games, and Senate Republican leadership let them off the hook by doing a voice vote at 2 a.m. I'm a no. We'll see what they come up with today.
So if it's a defeat today in the House, then what? What happens?
Got to bring it back.
The Senate needs to get back on the plane and come back. You can't just you can't move a voice vote at 2 a.m. Every senator goes on their long vacation so they can do their codels, their fundraisers, or whatever they got going on, and then just say, we did our job, we're leaving. No, you didn't. You didn't do your job. They have a responsibility to fund the Department of Homeland Security. They did a partial funding. And let's be very clear, the Democrats, it's not just TSA. It has been Coast Guard. It has been customs agents. Things that protect the homeland. They refuse to do it in the cover of darkness.
My question is FEMA wrapped up in this? Because we have a question going on, a very smart question from one of our friends here, our family members that are asking, when are they going to drop that FEMA money for Hawaii? Please, you guys, anybody knows any information like that, let us know in the comments. Is FEMA now subject to this situation here with this closure? I just want to know if anybody knows. Let's keep going.
They ran away. That's what's wrong with this town. That's why people are frustrated with Washington, D.C. And most of our problems on Capitol Hill are found in the United States Senate.
Okay, I'll move on.
We will too. Thank you so much for that information. That means that we're still nowhere on freaking TSA. Oh my God, let's go. We got another report. That's right, we got a new report coming in from McCarthy, who's kind of going in on Chuck Schumer. You know what? I think Chuck is pretty at a spastic, stuck state, because if you guys remember 4 months ago, he had made a decision and his party got angry with him. So do you think it's possible that Chuck is a little bit nervous now and nervous upon making a move on the deciding of what they need to do here? Okay, what do we have? Denise, not for me. I thank you too. We respect. Okay, what else we got? Okay, thank you, Liberty and Justice. Let's say that we respect all politics and all parties here. That's what we do. Hawaii was overlooked in the past. Yes, that's right. What else you guys got me on that? Anything about the Hawaii? How long ago was Hawaii? Anybody? Let's talk about it. I have the question. Want to know about it? Boogotti have absolutely no political affiliation. Right about that too, Liberty. But I do want to know if FEMA is caught up in this closure right here, because they're saying that TSA, Coast Guard, and a few other departments are caught up in it. Let's keep on moving forward, and I'll get you guys that information as soon as I find out. McCarthy going in on Chuck Schumer, and then of course you already know what Chuck Schumer is going to say. Well, yeah, you guys it's your fault that this is going on in the first place. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
So let's bring in the former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Nice to see you, sir. Good day to you. We want to show you two different orbits in this universe, okay? Here is orbit number one. Caroline Levitt says, President Trump is extraordinarily skilled at multitasking and works on multiple challenges at the same time. The president is laser focused on fully achieving the military objectives against the terrorist Iranian regime. The president's sole focus is always victory. So that's from the White House, sir. And this is from Chuck Schumer on the Democratic side, a much different orbit.
Donald Trump is all over the place, seemingly without a clue of what's going on. And they're still worried about, afraid of what he might say or do. That's what this is all about. So let me say this. We are ready to discuss these issues at a moment's notice with Republicans. We will not walk away. We are not walking away, and we want to get to a solution.
So you have the option here of throwing a dart at any issue on the wall that you choose. How do you see that one, sir?
Look, I would simply say, and I've worked with all these individuals. I just was with the president of the Oval Office 2 days ago.
Thank you, Terry.
And I've negotiated with Schumer. Schumer can't handle almost any single issue. It's really time for him to move aside. He has prolonged this shutdown that's harming America with the TSA. President Trump, people don't give him credit. Strategically, he has been dealing with so many issues. First, cleaning up from the past president, the border, inflation, putting the Middle East in a different situation. From Venezuela to Cuba, and now he's going to curve down what's happened in Iran so they cannot have a nuclear weapon. At the same time, he will have this cabinet meeting with a new cabinet member as well, and putting America on a stronger pace. If people haven't spent time with this president, he can deal with about 10 different issues at one time.
Okay, so then I asked Senator Thune this. He was probably being a little bit more apolitical than you can be now. What would motivate Schumer to actually come to the table and say enough? Like what? It just seems to me he's not feeling any pain, so he's like, I don't care. The people at the airports, they get it. They don't want ICE. He actually said on the Senate floor that the American people have demanded that ICE be defunded or along those lines. I don't think that's what the American people have said. They said reforms, and President Trump came quite a ways on that.
Even
Well, this is what you're talking
even Tom Homan is okay with some reform. He said, "Let's talk about it."
about same time in the prior question. Look what President Trump did. Calm down in Minnesota, change the direction there with ICE, put a new director in, secretary in at the same time. In the
Got rid of Kristi Noem.
fastest time we've ever had somebody get moved, I think it was in 18 days, at the same time juggling everything else. Schumer is in a tough place. Politically, he is the most disliked leader. He's underwater even with Democrats. So he's not able to really make a decision. He's playing for politics here.
Right.
He thinks if he puts Americans in worse pressure, they'll just blame the president for it. And that is a really bad position to be in. It's hard to negotiate with somebody like that.
Sounds kind of like what's going on.
More than 40 days, and think about these poor TSA agents. 2 times this year they've already have not been paid and expect to go to work, and think of the conditions they're working in. People frustrated, angry. I was just through an airport yesterday, and I was very impressed of how the job they were doing and the attitude that they had. I felt sorry for them in the position.
And the sad part about it is they played with like pawns on the deck. Like they playing around with the TS agents like they're pawns. Okay, we're not going to pay them. Now we're going to pay them. And then, we're going to blame it on them. This didn't happen until it came time to fund certain things. And they just held off and tried to make a chess move by saying, oh, we know that's already funded, but we want to borrow that and say, you know what? If in order for us to do this, you got to take the mask off and do all of that crap to stuff that's already funded. Nah, you can't do that. We already took care of this, so don't try to mix one thing with the other. That's where you're wrong at. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Come on, you guys. We got another report from the horse's mouth. Not the horse's, but the doctor's mouth, who fled from Iran as a child. She reveals what Iranians really want. And this is what we like over here. We like to hear directly from the people. That's why I said the horse's mouth when I said that, because you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's get direct content from information from people that actually live over there. Let's get over there, double tap that screen and get those likes up. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Let's get it in, you guys. How y'all doing this morning? Let's stay on topic and stay on point. Please, let's go.
On Iran, new questions about who's really calling the shots in Tehran. Some people now say power may be shifting away from the clerics and into the hands of the military. Here's former Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Oren, on America Reports yesterday.
We believe here that the people the president is talking to are actually in the military and the IRGC, and they're the people who are actually calling the shots in Iran now. And if so, they're not clerics, they're not theologians, and maybe they'll be more practical.
All right, well, perhaps they will, perhaps they won't. With me now, Dr. Mahsa Tehrani, U.S. advisor to the National Union for Democracy in Iran. She fled Iran as a child, first to Turkey and then here to the United States. Doc, good to see you this afternoon.
Great to see you.
So you've been in touch with patients in Tehran. You heard from one just in recent hours.
Yes.
We've done a translation here, talking about who's in charge, what the leadership might be, who the president is talking to, and how the Iranian people feel about that. Let's listen.
We really don't know who's still in charge at this point over there. So this is good. This is a little bit of good insight right here.
Many think there are 2 possibilities. Either it hits our power infrastructure and things get much worse. Some think no, Trump will cut a deal with someone like Ghalibaf and end it without continuing. But we know one thing. If the war ends without incident, the Islamic Republic will torment us even more and tighten its grip. It's like a cornered wolf that wants to devour everyone. I don't think it can be controlled anymore. It would be a huge mistake to trust people like Ghalibaf. Nobody's happy about the situation.
So he is the Speaker of the Iranian Parliament. There was word out earlier this week that the U.S. was talking with Ghalibaf. Then some people said, no, they're talking to Aragchi. Michael Oren said neither one of those have the heft to engage in talks, and he thinks it's someone high up in the IRGC. But the point that this patient was making was that if the president were to leave the regime in place, they think that would be a very bad thing.
Yes, John, this is a very common sentiment among Iranians inside and outside.
Yeah.
The Islamic Republic, if a deal is struck with them, there is this concern that it may embolden them to just tighten their control internally, which is what we've seen happen in the past.
It's not like Venezuela where they left some people in power here. Iran is a little different. They're going to probably continue to try to do what they was asked not to do the last time. Remember?
uprisings. They've become more repressive, more brutal. And in fact, I get messages saying, we're not afraid of dying. We're afraid of what will happen to us were this regime to remain in place. So they're very concerned, rightly so, about their security, about the dissidents and how they would how they would be treated after this.
You know, I don't know what President Trump is thinking about the way forward in terms of the regime, but I mean, take a look at the Venezuelan model, where a lot of people want a Maria Corina Machado to be basically declared president, a wholesale eradication of the Maduro regime and bring in somebody new. The president said, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to leave in place Delcy Rodriguez because she is part of the regime. She's still got the support of the military. We're going to work with her. I mean, if that's the model for Iran, would that potentially work for the people?
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, John, Iran and Venezuela are very different. Remember, it's not just a couple of people. This is an entire radical Islamic ideology, and you can't replace that by changing a couple of faces. The ideology would remain if the Venezuela model were to be implemented. And I do want to clarify, Islamic Republic and IRGC are really the same entity. It's not like, appointing someone from the IRGC is a better thing. These work together as a unified model, and they have all the power for the military, the economy, the internal repressive apparatus. And for the last 47 years, they've thrived on this ideology of hatred and intolerance for the West. That's why the overwhelming majority of Iranians inside and outside don't see any remnants of this regime to be a viable alternative. They really want a clean dismantling of the Islamic Republic with a transition towards a secular democracy, which will then really benefit the entire world. We saw over the weekend, talking about the Islamic Republic and what they do. This is a group that has twice now attempted to assassinate a sitting American president. They clearly lied about their intercontinental ballistic missile range. They targeted Diego Garcia over the weekend. And for these reasons, and of course they're at an existential threat crisis.
Yeah, she's right. You need to get rid of them all the way. I hear what you guys are saying. I know I might get a lot of people that's going against me in that, but I have read the 48 Laws of Power myself, and I do know the true art of war. You don't let your enemy ever have the chance of coming back. You guys on both sides, you would say that to me too. You know that. You know that's how it goes. You get rid of them all of the way if you're going to do that. And all of this kumbaya crap, you can't do that, especially when it comes down to certain people. Let's go, you guys probably have something to say about it. I'm cool. Let's go. I'll read it in the comments. Now we're going to talk about the Houthis. No, not the Houthi and the blowfish. We're talking about the Houthis. And there's people that's basically saying that they might be able to come together again and try to come back and strike, because they're basically a small sect of the Iran side. So now, but they're also saying that if they try to join this WAR, they're gonna boom them into submission. This being said by a GOP congressman. Just so you know, that's why you probably want to really get rid of people. Well, I'm sorry, it sucks to say it, but you got to get rid of all of them. The same way we thought that damaging the Houthis a little bit is going to be okay. You're going to start recruiting more people. The next thing you know, they're back again. That's just how people are and how it is. So don't get mad at me for the way strategy and for the way that armies build themselves up. If you don't get rid of a certain part of them, especially the heads, they're going to continue to keep on bringing on more, privates, corporates, corporals, sergeants, and more. That's just the way that they do it. That's just business when it comes down to having an army. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen. See what's going on with this Houthi situation.
Wisconsin Congressman, former Navy SEAL Derek Van Orden of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, great to see you. Your thoughts about where we're at with this conflict and the Houthi threat?
Well, Brian, the Houthis should not be able to influence the global economy. They simply should not be able to do so. They've been bombed into submission previously. If they act up again, they will be bombed back into submission. So what the world needs to know and what American citizens need to know is that how incredible our military is, and the fact that they have degraded the Iranian radical Muslim imams' ability to affect the region negatively. And they're simply not telling the story of how badly this regime is doing because they challenged the United States, and they declared war on us 47 years ago. And
so when you guys see those commercials about the leaders and the supreme leaders striking back, we will never conform with you guys. It's not necessarily telling the truth, just trying to save face is what he's saying.
Donald J. Trump is finishing this war. He has not started a new one.
I know the IDF was asked not to take out the foreign minister who they had in their crosshairs, as well as the speaker, because he says these are the people we're negotiating with. Do you back up the decision not to kill them?
Well, you got to talk to somebody. And, their bench is empty right about now. So it's good to have a known entity that you can speak to. Now, granted, I don't trust these guys as far as I can throw them, but it's time to start negotiating, and Donald J. Trump has started negotiating, and everybody lied about it. They said that didn't happen. CNN, for instance, which is another trash network, they were taking the word of the Iranian regime. They actually played like 4 minutes unedited from Iran television station. That would be like Winston Churchill allowing Joseph Goebbels to broadcast on the radio during World War II. It's just absolutely foolish, and they're rooting against the United States of America. And there's something else I'd like to bring up. Right? It's not just the mainstream media. There's a whole pile of former general officers and flag officers who are actually rooting for the Iranian regime, and it's shameful. Now you know who these people really are and how they have subverted President Trump during his first administration, and how they're trying to subvert him now when they're civilians. It's shameful.
Woo! Oh boy, it's getting thick out there, you guys. I just hope none of those guys become radicalized and start to take up arms and do crazy stuff, because we don't need it. Okay, enough of that. We're out of it. That's enough of the politics. Iran and the boom, boom, boom. Because you know what I got to do and what we always do over here? They're talking big. They're talking politics. They're talking what's going on with countries, and they're moving stuff around like they're shifting on a board game, right? Us at Our Bottom Line, we know that there's human beings that they're really referring to. There's children that are losing their lives from all of that boom, boom, boom going on. And there's women and families that can't get out. So that's the people that we definitely want to pray for, because at the end of the day, what do we care for about over here, guys? All we really care for is for it to come to an end. So all of the civilians and all of the human people, the regular people like you and I, can be able to live in a peaceful manner. That's what we really want. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Over to Mom Dummy. Na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy. Na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy. I'm talking about the mayor, Mom Dummy. He is so desperate for cash, he is willing to literally do some shocking, crazy stuff right now. He's willing to go ahead and raid his own stash supply. Like, let's say, for instance, you got a rainy day fund and you know you need it for a rainy day. Yeah, I guess he's coming into the mix right now, being the lead guy in New York, the mayor, Mom Dummy, saying, you know what, I got to raid that stash. And it looks like he's sizing it up. What do you guys think? Do you think it's smart to raid your rainy day stash instead of trying to make monetary other ways, or cut certain things to make certain money and then do what you got to do? Because once you raid that rainy day stash, not only are you broke, but now guess what? Now your credit score drops down because you don't have the monetary anymore. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it. It's all about the credit score. Now he's about to put himself in the same place that he puts people that are trying to get apartments when they say to you stuff like, yeah, do you like this 1-bedroom apartment? Yeah, it's about the size of a shoebox. You can sleep right there. Your dog can sleep over here. And guess what? It's only $3,000 and you only got to pay 40 times the rent. 40 times the rent? Who the hell can pay that? So now, Mom Dummy, you're about to put yourself in the same sort of situation with your credit if you do something this stupid and raid the fund. Let's go.
A warning shot for New York City's new socialist mayor. Multiple credit agencies, including Fitch and Moody's, all sounding the alarm on Mamdani's $127 million budget.
Yeah.
Not a downgrade, not quite yet, but a very clear warning. Keep going down this road, and it's a-coming. His budget calls for raiding the city's rainy day fund and other savings over the next 2 years to pay for billions
When you raid your fund and your savings, that means your credit goes down now, right? So that means what? Now they're going to charge you more because they don't know if they're going to get their money back. And you're talking about the entire city now. He really doesn't know his assets from his elbows. You know what I mean, right? Let's go.
In new spending. So, Taylor, tell me about the bond aspect of this for people who don't quite understand what it means for a city's bond rating to potentially be downgraded. How is that bad news for people who have either bought bonds or people who live in a big city like New York?
So it's a never-ending cycle, right? Because if your bond if you get a downgrade, the bond rating goes down, then in theory, the cost of borrowing goes up because I'm looking at you, and instead of having an 800 credit score, you now have a 7 or a 6 or a 500 credit score. So I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not going to lend you money at 2 or 3%. I'll lend you money, but you have to pay me 4 or 5 or 6% interest because I'm not confident that you're going to pay me back in full. Effectively, that's sort of what's happening here is they're thinking about doing a downgrade. And this is now the third in 10 days. I mean, this is shocking. So the interesting thing, Brian has tried to jump me in my pop quizzes. So I come with the pop quiz.
Oh. The answer will probably be on the screen. Just watch.
What's fascinating is much of the city's financial pressures that you talked about are due to rising costs from, I don't know, education to housing vouchers. What do you think the city...
Education, more children in school, right? Where do you think those kids coming from? Housing vouchers, need more space for people to live at, right? So instead of him clearing the housing vouchers, he's trying to get rid of those like we saw 2 days ago and try to make funding for new developments with a whole 300 units. You guys remember that from 2 days ago, right? Really batting 1,000, mom dummy.
PHEPSs.
PHEPS.
Yeah.
Public housing.
Yes, you're close. It's the City Fighting Homelessness and Eviction Prevention Supplement.
Watch this.
Fine, I don't care, whatever, that's New York City. Here's the problem. That program is growing at 4% a month.
Wow.
Not a year, a month. Their projected total cost in the coming fiscal year, $2.6 billion. That's just one agency I happen to pluck out of thin air.
They're not even fighting homelessness. They're leaving them on the street.
That's the problem.
And it's growing at 4%. And not only not fighting homelessness, we are paying per unhoused person $81,000 a year in New York. And so a lot of people ask that question, well, does that go right to the homeless people? Like, that'd be a pretty sweet gig if a social worker just came up to you and gave you a check for 81 grand. But that is not the case, is it, Jackie?
It is not the case.
So you get the money for the homeless people, but you're not doing nothing with it. So now you got to answer a whole nother question. So now, mom dummy, you're in trouble. I think people here in New York, again, like Frank said, if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you, New York. New York, right outside my window. Let's go, you guys. We're going to go over to the UAE where President Zelensky made a surprise trip over there to Qatar to put together his defense protection and partnership. They still got situations going on with Russia, you guys. So I guess we can't ask us for any more money because we're already at WAR. He went over to Qatar to ask them for some dough and I guess some help. And guess what? It looks like they gave it to him. Actually signing a new deal with him. And they actually are promising to join up with Ukraine against Russia. So yeah, Qatar, UAE, they're joining in with Ukraine on this, guys. I guess Zelensky said, if y'all not gonna give me no dough, I gotta go somewhere else to get it. Signing the agreement. Those are the ministers of defenses, and they joining in against Russia. They down with them now. Look at that. They crew now. It's going down, y'all. Uh-oh. Does Russia have more to worry about? What's about to happen with this? We will see. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, because you and I, we got to get on over to New Mexico. Taking a quick flight right over to New Mexico. Because guess what? They was told to the federal government to stop investigating the Jeffrey Epstein activities. New Mexico were told, the state was told by the federal government to stop investigating the Jeffrey Epstein activities. Reason being is if they both got conflicting witness accounts, then the case would probably have no merit. So they asked the New Mexico to stand down, and New York took over that other case. I'm sorry, Palm Beach. I think that's the one. Okay, we're going to go over and find out what's going on with that, because after this, Mexico has now handed over all of their files to the DOJ. But guess what? They're kind of feeling like they should have never did that, with buyer's remorse, because they see what it got them in the Jeffrey Epstein case. Let's keep on moving forward to see what's going on with this follow-up information as it pertains to Jeffrey Epstein, New Mexico, and the case. It's up to New Mexico.
The House is set to vote on the release of federal files related to Jeffrey Epstein.
New tonight, the DOJ releasing hundreds of thousands of files.
PUET is actively looking through the files released by the DOJ, searching.
In November, Congress passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act. It followed months of calls from...
Let's get those likes up to get more people over here for Purple Sunday. It's the first time I'm breaking in, first time I'm asking. We got enough people in the building to get at least 200 likes right now. Even if we got 200, let's go to 4. If we got 100, let's go to 3. Let's see what we can do, you guys. Let's turn that energy up. I know you guys love this part of the show. We got health and nutrition coming up next. Much, much more. Why do I ask you to hit that like button? Because what does it do? It brings more people over here to see the show. How? You hit the like button. More than you hit the like button. You know what happens? YouTube feels it. Oh my God, I'm waking up. It puts up the header, and more people see that, comes and brings them over to the show and gets more people over here. We're trying to get to 80,000 subscribers, and we're close at 71 plus. But guess what? We're optimistic, and we still know that we're number one, and we need you guys' support. All we're asking you to do is give me all the money here in your pockets. No, that's going to be too hard to do, because you need your money for bills. The first is coming up, so I won't ask. But you know what's free? Subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell right down there so you know we're on. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go.
Survivors and politicians for the millions of documents related to the DOJ's investigation of Jeffrey Epstein to be released. New Mexico actually started its own investigation into him.
Could you break down the timeline of the initial investigation for us?
We were not only conducting forensic investigations, but we were making contact.
Hector Balderas was New Mexico's Attorney General in 2019. His office was leading the charge.
We definitely verified that some of the concerns were valid, and we felt that there was enough evidence to build a criminal scope and move forward.
So they had a case going in New Mexico, huh? And why would they investigate another state when they're in New Mexico? That means it was a separate case going on in New Mexico that they were looking into, which means what? There were charges and allegations where? In New Mexico that you and I don't even know about.
But the investigation didn't last long.
Just about in the big first phase of our investigation, we were contacted by the DOJ in New York. We had confirmed, and they had confirmed with us, that we were potentially interviewing the same victims, and they were concerned that if we had differing statements among victims, that the case could be compromised.
Balderas said the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York asked the state of New Mexico to halt its investigation.
Or they asked us to pause and stand down.
So Balderas' office handed over all the evidence they had gathered to the DOJ. Chief Deputy Attorney General at the time, Clara Moran, who is now a district court judge, wrote this email to the DOJ. The AG's office was wanting the feds to share evidence. It was over a month after Epstein's jail cell suicide. She said, quote, Epstein's death should not be the end of this criminal inquiry.
So why do you think those guys called New Mexico and told them to stop their investigation? You're telling us to stop our investigation into what's going on in our own state? I don't understand. What do you mean?
In another letter sent almost a year later, Moran asked the DOJ to seize all of Epstein's New Mexico properties, including Zorro Ranch. That never happened, nor did the DOJ ever get back to the AG for his request to share evidence. Balderas says that hampered his ability to secure indictments for crimes committed in New Mexico.
Thank you, Lisa Roy. That's right, you guys. Thank Lisa Roy. And also, who else we're showing love to? How I support the chat is thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys as well. Everything counts, and I appreciate you guys.
It would have been
Pay for that premium account we got now.
much easier to take that property the way they take property from a tax evader. It's still strange and worthy of criticism that they should have probably seized that ranch.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. He's right. Why didn't they seize the ranch?
The way they take property from a tax evader. It's still strange and worthy of criticism that they should have probably seized that ranch in 2019.
Just flat out, was the property ever searched?
We were never informed by the federal authorities that they executed a search warrant.
Balderas adds, under him, state investigators never searched the property.
This case is a horrific black eye on New Mexico. New Mexico has historically been a dumping ground. I think there's areas of risk that New Mexico has historically done a horrible job at addressing.
He thinks Epstein was aware of the state's prior shortcomings. He calls them black holes.
Now, Hector, do you think that Jeffrey Epstein knew about New Mexico's black holes?
Absolutely. He was very sophisticated.
Those black holes? New Mexico state laws at the time. We showed you earlier how Jeffrey Epstein wasn't forced to register as a sex offender here, even though he'd been convicted of sex crimes in Florida in 2008. At the time, New Mexico law didn't require someone who was already registered as a sex offender in another state to have to register here.
What? How the hell are you going to be in another state? Thank you so much, Coin Collection, for your gift memberships. I appreciate that. Did you guys hear what they just said just now? How you don't got to register in that state, and how you move into another state anyway if you are SO? What the hell is going on here? Thank you so much, Coin Collection. Appreciate you so much. Everybody, thank Coin Collection. Can you guys help me out on what the HELL is going on here? Let's try to make some sense of this, please.
In 2008. At the time, New Mexico law didn't require someone who was already registered as a sex offender in another state to have to register here. That too has since been changed. The law for human trafficking, something Epstein was charged with in New York right before he died, wasn't passed in New Mexico until 2008.
At the time in the 90s, New Mexico didn't have a human trafficking law. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was aware of that and decided to move to New Mexico because of it?
It's hard to speculate, but citizens should know passing a human trafficking law in 2008 was late. This type of criminal activity had been going on for decades before the 2000s. And so it's hard to know what he was thinking.
The laws made it harder for sex crimes against minors to be brought to justice after the fact. Remember, we told you how some of the survivors were between the ages of 13 and 18. That gap was closed by our legislature just this year. But that law wasn't the only thing passed in the Roundhouse in 2026.
Better late than never.
Representative Andrea Reeb is a member of the Epstein Truth Commission. It's a legislative subcommittee created by our lawmakers just last month. Its main objective is to piece the puzzle together about what really happened at Zorro Ranch.
Yes, again, you guys, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up. That's right, exclusive. You guys ain't see this nowhere else. And that's all I'm saying. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and become a member if you're really happy and you really like it. See how they're giving out those memberships right there. Maybe if you're fast, you can grab one. Also, you guys, there's a bell right there, notification bell. You hit that bell and it lets you know when we're on. And you know what we do? Even after the show, we have one of the best growing Discords. That's where we can go share information about all these topics and much, much more. Let's keep on moving on this, y'all.
What kind of questions came into your mind when you first heard about Zorro Ranch?
The first thing that came to my mind is I'm sure probably something happened here in New Mexico in regards to some type of sex trafficking or underage, crimes.
Reeb says the committee has the power to subpoena people for questioning. Reeb, a Republican, says it's incredibly important for the commission to be bipartisan.
If it's a Democrat, it's a Democrat. If it's a Republican, it's a Republican. And so we've gotten no pushback from our side of the aisle on this. They feel we should be a part of it.
As we told you earlier, Attorney General Raul Torres also announced he was reopening the state's investigation into Epstein's New Mexico activities. Torres declined to do an interview, citing the early stages of his investigation.
And I don't think he's going to limit the investigation to any preconceived notion.
Yeah, but now they sold it again. The ranch has been sold again. And then also, you guys know how smart Jeffrey Epstein is. Remember yesterday and weeks prior, we've already told you how he knew that he was about to have his place raided. And what did he do? He called in private investigators to take out computers. They took out files and hard drives, and they put them where? In storage units all around the country, and they're the only ones that know where those files are at. Let's keep on moving, just in case you get any ideas. Coin, LOL. Thank you so much, $5. I appreciate you. Tell Jordan so much love. We appreciate you, Jordan. We still got more on the topic. I think that this guy is a fibber. We're going to call him Sir Fibbington, the accountant. I think he's lying about from the beginning question. I want you guys to look. You guys are a real good judge of character. We've been here for a long time. Oh, they're competing right now. Coin collection going back and forth with Jordan Dowdy, and I'm the middleman. And Jordan, and I'm the middleman. I appreciate this. They got the $5 fight going on, y'all. Let's go. Let's see who's going to win. Anybody want to start a $2 fight? Let's get on over to this Epstein accountant as they lie. That's how you say lie in sign language. It's like this. That's how you say lie. You ever want to call somebody that can't speak a liar? Be like, why are you lying? Because I know I used to talk to people all the time, you know. So yeah, it's called a lie. I know how to do a little bit of sign language. Somebody says, my pockets are deep, bro. Look at Jordan. Jordan said, my pockets are deep, bro. Yo, bro, let's do some real business, though. Coin collection said, mine's is too. Boom, with the $10. I'm going to leave y'all alone because y'all going to think I'm doing it on purpose. I'm going to stand back and do what I got to do as far as work. I want you guys to see what's going on with this accountant as he lies from the beginning question. And I know that you guys are a good judge of character. Don't try to get me thrown off course and have me doing that. Do me a favor. I know you guys are a good judge of character. Let me know if you think for any bit of this interview right here that he may be not telling the truth. I've been waiting to hold this. I've been holding this clip the whole time just to ask you guys this question.
I understand from your testimony in the previous round that you first became aware of Jeffrey Epstein's arrest in Florida through a conversation you had with him in 2008.
We got another one. Ooh, $20 from Jordan Dowdy. Oh man, thank you so much, Jordan, for the $20 super chat. Oh man, we got to go back. I can't. Yo, Liberty, take care of the thank yous, please. I don't want to mess this up.
Epstein's arrest in Florida through a conversation you had with him in 2008. Is that correct? Do you recall the date of Mr. Epstein's arrest?
His arrest, I do not know the date. I know when he was incarcerated. I believe it was June 30th, 2000.
I'm going to ask the court reporter to mark as Exhibit A an email. It's a thread.
When somebody asks you a question, you either say you don't know it all or be prepared if they got something on you. Because you know a lot of times they're not going to ask you a question, i.e. Senator Kennedy. He don't ask you questions unless he got receipts. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Come on.
Initiated by you to Mr. Epstein. I'll give you a moment to review it. Could I ask you to read the first email into the record?
When you say the first email, from the bottom?
At the bottom, it's the one dated July 28th, 2006.
Bottom up, it says, I know it has been a challenging week. I support you 100%. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.
And the email is sent by you to Mr. Epstein, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what were you referring to there when you talked about a challenging week?
I don't recall.
So I'll represent to you that Mr. Epstein was arrested on July 23rd, 2006.
Okay.
Is there anything you could have been referring to in that email other than his arrest?
I don't recall this email, so it's...
Oh, no. Y'all caught that, right? I'm glad y'all caught. I know y'all caught that. Jordan, thank you so much. I see you, Coin Collection, with the 5. Thank you so much. But did you guys catch what he just did right there? Got him to admit that he didn't know anything about it. He said he didn't know anything about it, right? And then he banged him with the email saying that, I support you fully with anything that's going on. And what did you mean by that? Oh, I don't know, baba booba baba beeba, abba dooba baba beeba, and then hit him with the boom, because you know that was like a week before a week prior after he got locked up, right? So you basically brown nosing him, and that means to me and you guys that they don't even care about the fact that what Jeffrey Epstein did. All they really care about is the money, or a lot of them had something to do with it. Thank you so much, Coin Collection. I don't know. They said there's a money fight going on in the chat. I don't know what's going on, but hey, I appreciate y'all both. Get them! See who wins. Let's go.
It's hard for me to make comments on what I knew. It appears from this communication that you've actually learned of Mr. Epstein's arrest in July of 2006 rather than 2008 as you testified in the previous round.
That's not correct. I testified to what I recall to a conversation I had in 2008. This email does not say, I know that you were arrested and it's been a challenging week. It says, I know it's been a challenging week and I support you. It does not say in this email, I know you were arrested.
He tried to throw that word in there like, come on, bro. We know what the reason why you was reaching out. Number one, you really didn't care because that was your bread and butter right there. That was one of your high caliber clients that you were doing accounting for. How do we know and how do you know? Because you do as accountant. So you know how much money he made. So a lot of this stuff, y'all didn't care about why, because you only really cared about the money. And you guys are monsters for that. These people need to be brought up on charges separately. They need to be found with like some sort of a conspiracy charge. If they could do that, I think that these people need to be charged with conspiracy.
So I'm not going to testify to that.
Is there any other challenge you could have been referring to in this email apart from his arrest?
As I said when I testified a few minutes ago, I don't recall this email, so I don't know what I was referring to.
All right, we got another liar. Let's get to the next one. Now we're going to get over to the lawyer. And think about this. They both have skin in the game. The lawyer and the accountant, they run the estate. They run the estate. So that means they got to get monthly compensation as well as any negotiations that they do. They can do that under hourly. They can charge the estate almost anything that they want. And then on the other side, write the check. So now the lawyer's over here like boom, boom, boom. And then you got the accountant over there that's like, okay, now cut me the check. So they constantly making money. These guys are still making money behind the scenes with this situation. They said that Jeffrey Epstein has up to $736 million in his estate assets. Where's that money going? There may be $200 million that have to be paid out to some of these women that already are going to court with these lawsuits. But what about the other 5? And even for that, these 2 guys right here are going to be doing the negotiations with every single one of those witnesses. And what are they going to do, you guys? They're going to try to keep the numbers down when it comes down to the negotiations of the payouts, so that they can make the rest of the money, because they get to keep whatever's left over. Stop playing with us. We've been doing this for too long. Let's get on over to see what's going on with this dude right here. He gets caught in 2 or 3 things, and then he starts bringing up real big ass names. Jordan, thank you so much for the $10. Keep my swans a spot warm. Coin. Do me a favor, you guys. Check this out, and then I'm gonna come to the comments. We got a situation going on right here with the Epstein. He starts to mention the big names. Remember, this is the lawyer right here. He did contracts. He did all sorts of serving. He did all sorts of legal paperwork for Jeffrey Epstein. That means he organized everything. So that means he had to understand what was going on in order to put it into legal jargon. He's going to start telling the big names that Jeffrey Epstein used to handle. Watch the names he starts to drop. And these people are probably protecting him. And when you guys say that Jeffrey Epstein may be alive, when you hear the names, you're really going to believe it. Let's go. Now we really go into some dark stuff. Now, let's go.
How many clients did he have during the time that you worked for him?
Les Wexner, clearly, for David Rockefeller. Elizabeth Johnson, Mort Zuckerman, Leon Black, Glenn Dubin by J.P. Morgan, the Rothschilds.
Ariana Rothschild.
I know the name Ariana Rothschild.
So they said that J.P. Morgan was one of his accounts. Remember that, right? That's the lawyer right there. J.P. Morgan wasn't just like somewhere he was sending money through. He was actually investing for J.P. Morgan. And all of these people, yeah, the Rothschilds too. Let's go back a little bit.
Clearly, for David Rockefeller. Elizabeth Johnson, Mort Zuckerman, Leon Black, Glenn Dubin by J.P. Morgan, the Rothschilds.
Ariana Rothschild.
I know the name Ariana Rothschild, and it's possible that it was for Ariana. With respect to Lexner, Epstein helped him gain greater liquidity with the wealth that he did have.
So that's what their relationship was. He just said it. In the respect of Les Wexner, Jeffrey Epstein helped him make more money. That's with the liquidity. So he helped them make more monetary. So Jeffrey Epstein was investing money for these rich people, and then also finding loopholes so that they can pay less taxes. That's right, you guys. The other day when you said that that's the golden goose, that's what golden gooses do. Let's keep on moving forward. Keep on.
It was something like $158 million.
At the time you started working for Jeffrey Epstein, what was his net worth, to your knowledge? An approximate number is fine.
I don't know.
Did you come to know that later in time?
Lisa know what's up. She's an accountant. What you said, liquidity, big money word. You heard him right there, right? These are lawyers and accountants talking, Lisa. They're talking your language.
Well, I know it when he died because I'm the co-executor of the estate. I had to know it. There were times that I could recall over before I became executor, hearing net worths around, $500 million, sometimes less, sometimes 300 million.
How much money is $500 million, y'all? Please let me know. How much? $500 million at some time. He's just saying it like it's nothing. Or sometimes maybe 300. Why? Because he just bought something with 200 million, right? Or island maybe? Yeah, and then he get an investment monetary off of that too. Yeah, let's keep going.
Around, $500 million, sometimes less, sometimes 300 million.
Thank you, Audrey.
But accounting for his assets and his wealth, that wasn't my role. So if I heard it in passing, not necessarily something that I would be kind of investigating or reporting.
And whose role was it to keep track of that?
The accounting department.
Snitch alert. He said the accounting department. That was their job, to keep records and know how much money he had. He's right. I'm the lawyer. Thank you so much. Coin Collection sent 5 Boogotti memberships, you guys, and they snatched them as soon as y'all put them out. There you go. Appreciate you.
And specifically, who?
I think Rich Kahn would do that.
Rich Kahn.
I think that was part of his role when he joined.
That was the first person that we saw prior that said that he don't know nothing about nothing. Abba Duba, Baba Biba. That was the accountant that we saw first.
And over the period of time during which Mr. Epstein employed you, what, to your understanding, were the sources of his wealth?
Primarily, they were clients that he worked for and investments that he made.
Clients that he worked for, but what was the source? How he worked for them? Was it just doing accounting work? Was it doing investment work? Or was it some sort of manipulation or setting up some other stuff and using those titles as a front? Because you got good accounting, you got good lawyers, they can make it say anything. Yeah.
He did very well with investment funds. I'm not a financial markets kind of person. That wasn't my kind of skill set. But my understanding was the reputation that he had was that he was skilled with understanding financial markets, currencies, options, securities trading, but that his business wasn't as an investment advisor. His business was more as a financial consultant. But he did have participations in funds, and those funds yielded him pretty solid results.
It sounds like a whole bunch of ways to shift money around. Lisa, what you think about that from everything that you saw here? Do you see any ways that he probably could manipulate funds, possibly call it something else, due to the fact he's got a lot of companies, create shell companies possibly, and then when you think about the modeling agency that he had, of course, when it came down to the flights, the hotel rooms, the apartments that he was letting the models stay inside of, That was actual real business right there. So doesn't mean that he couldn't use those receipts for tax write-offs and things like that, but also be doing very questionable things in those locations and with those people and facilitating all of this crime that he had going on. What do you guys think about that? It's a whole network going on here, and even after he's gone, they're still supporting him because they're still making money from it. That's why. That's why. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We're going to go over to this Trump situation with this anti-fraud investigation situation where they're blindly throwing money in the air. And guess what? That's money out the door. What did you say, Liberty and Justice? I see what you say, 55? 100%. There you go, 50. I'm sorry, there you go, 55. There you go. So many ways to play around when you got the people to do it, especially got the lawyer working with the accountant, and then you got so many companies and ways to shift that money around. It's easy, yeah.
Fox News alert, fraud running rampant in this country. We have been tracking it all across America. And look at this. We've taken you from Minnesota to Maine, down to Massachusetts, and all the way over to California. This is the Saturday in America investigation across the country. Programs within these states, Medicaid, autism, daycare services. The grand total of fraud is estimated to be as high as $19 billion. Some estimates much, much higher than that. But all that money did not stay here. As we reported earlier this year, DHS sources told us nearly $700 million of bulk cash in suitcases flown out of the Minneapolis airport since 2024, heading to Somalia.
They came and did a smash and grab for 5 years and was leaving in the airport with that much money, you guys. Can y'all imagine that? If it was that easy for them, of course they're going to keep on coming back to the United States, ripping us off. Look how much money they stole. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
And over in Maine, much of the same. In the Autism Services Program alone, the Health and Human Services Inspector General revealed to us that the state made at least $45 million in improper Medicaid payments. Nearly $30 million of that was federally funded. That is your taxpayer dollars. Then in Massachusetts, the state's auditor released a report revealing massive fraud plaguing many of the state's public assistance programs. The total amount of fraud in fiscal year 2025 alone was nearly $12 million in that case. And as we touched on last week, there's a massive fraud problem in Gavin Newsom's backyard. CMS Administrator Dr. Oz revealed hospice care centers have become riddled with waste, and he says 2,000 centers may be fraudulent. He is cracking down. Now we're learning, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, that the fraud in the Golden State could be as high as $3.5 billion, he says. And according to a whistleblower, Newsom was fully aware. President Trump is also aware, and he's taking action, creating a task force to eliminate fraud. It will be led by Vice President J.D. Vance and Vice Chair, who is my next guest, of the Anti-Fraud Task Force, Andrew Ferguson. Now,
Yeah, can't stay too long with it. We gave you 2 minutes and that's enough information. We know what's going on. Fraud from all across the coast, back and forth and back. And you guys, I'm glad that they're doing something about it finally. Put together a smart group of people. Hopefully they'll be able to retrieve some money. I'm not sure. But that is a lot of money to be sending over to Somalia. They pulling up in Somalia like this. They probably bought half the coast. Yeah, man, that's sad to see. But you know what? At least it's shut down now. And I know, I'm going to tell you like this, you ain't getting that money back from them Somalian people. You can forget about that. They probably funded something with that. And I'm just going to leave that as it is. Let's go, you guys, because I'm sorry to even waste your time with this, but it's news. Need you guys to see what's going on when it comes down to this No Kings protest. I don't pay attention to the No Kings protest because I just don't believe it. It's not my thing. I haven't did too much reporting on it. Don't really know what it's about. What do you guys think about the No Kings protest? Because even the White House is saying that they can care less. But it's news, and I gotta cover it. So let's get into it. Let's go. Let's get it out there, you guys. We're gonna cover just a bit. Let's get into it.
Founder of the New York City Trans and Queer Coalition. Join me in welcoming them.
We're gonna listen. We're gonna listen and hear from the trans and gay coalition leader right now. See what they have to say about what's going on here. I don't know what just happened. What was that just there? I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on a minute. I had this thing queued up. Why y'all messing me up like that? What do we got going on here? What's up? I wanted to let them speak. I was going to give them the floor. What happened? I just pressed the pause. No, I can't play no music. Let me take this back, you guys. I'm sorry about that. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's the actual No Kings protest right there. But I wanted you guys to hear the speech. I got to give these people the floor now. Hold on a minute now. Can't do that. We can't do that. We got to be fair. We got to give everybody the floor. That's right. We got to give people the floor. Wow. Did they take it down? Okay. Anyway, let's get into the No Kings protest. Sorry about that. It looks like they took it down themselves, so I can't go retrieve it. So yes, No Kings protest. Don't know how many people from here attended or know about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how did it's down? Things, the lost dreams. Possibilities are endless, yet the needs are beyond measure. When time has run out and ties have been broken.
There's a lot of people there.
When speaking out means losing your life. When chaos abounds and there is no shelter. When protecting a woman means losing your life. Who recognizes her talent when she has no hope?
My question is, what does it really mean? I understand what are they trying to say? Donald Trump is like no king or something like that. I don't know what that thing means right there. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really just look at it like, of course, people getting together and of course protesting, which is legal by law. You can definitely do that. I just like to understand what the cause is myself. And of course, everyone wants to know what the White House has to say about it. You know, since they're out there in massive droves, what do you think about this being in the White House? You know, coming from the White House perspective, you see what's going on out here in the streets. President Trump, you know, what's going on? What do you guys think about these No Kings protests? Let's see what they think about this. And we're going to hear it from possibly one of the, I'm not even going to say it, but let's just go ahead, because y'all going to figure it out once I play it.
Jake, thanks for joining us this morning. I hear a lot of noise in the background. What are we hearing from the White House on reaction to what we're seeing from today's protest?
Yeah, Jackie, look, there may be millions of people protesting and taking the streets in New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, some of the biggest cities in the country today. But the potentially 10,000 people that will be gathered in West Palm Beach and in Palm Beach, they carry an additional weight, a significant weight, because we are, of course, in the neighborhood of the residence of President Donald Trump. He is here today. He's in Palm Beach. He's actually actively golfing right now. He has no private or public events on the schedule whatsoever. And I've been really trying to get the ear of a lot of senior White House aides as to what these protests mean to them today, because I think the pattern is really significant. 5 million at the first No Kings, 7 million, expected more millions of people today. What you gonna do once Donald Trump is out of office? No more No Kings rallies? My question, what are you gonna do once the president's not the president anymore? Pattern says, and I just want to share a couple of the back and forth conversations I've had with White House officials so far. One told me, a senior White House official, that we do not think about the protest at all. Another White House official that I just spoke to told me that the only people who care about these protests are the reporters covering them themselves. And I would just say this, Jackie, I think it's important.
And guess what? I think I've covered too much of it. That's enough for me. I had enough because I don't even know what the hell going on. Y'all told me something about ICE or whatever like that. Look, I understand in protesting, I understand in peaceful protesting, but protesting for something that may not get you anywhere, it's just a waste of time, it seems like to me. But yes, if you want your voice to be heard, go ahead and do it. I'm just talking about this particular cause right here. Do your boy a favor, do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up, and would you please, I'm asking you guys to do me a favor, me over here, I'm on camera. Can you guys please pay attention to what we got going on over there? Because the chat, I love you guys, but when you really don't pay attention to what's going on out here, it's like we don't even have a show going on. I really would appreciate it. Let's get those last bit of laughs out about what's going on in the chat. Let's, you got them or whatever. But me, I really, look at me guys, I really would appreciate it, please, if we can get back on topic. Thank you so much. Let's get back on topic and let's keep on moving forward with the let's get it. Sorry about that. A complete show, whoever watches this. Yep, we got an S show coming up right now, you guys, a complete one. Let's get into it right now. We got to talk about a situation with our friend that used to be one of the best basketball players. Actually, they call him the best basketball player in the world, ever. Do you guys believe that this man right there, I believe I can fly, Mr. 23, your man Jordan from the legendary Bulls, is the all-time best basketball player in the world? Or do you believe that LeBron James actually is better than Michael Jordan? I don't know. Quick sports question. I want to know from you guys. A lot of you guys don't watch sports maybe. Got a lot of different fans here. But the people that do know, who do you like better? Just want to know. Are you a Jordan fan or you're a LeBron fan? Let me know in the comments, you guys. Jordan or LeBron? And you can actually let me know why, because I need to know, and I'll even say it. MJ all day, 100% Jordan, skills and passion for teamwork, Jordan, Stephen Curry, and Nick. Okay, nah, LeBron. Okay, MJ, Kobe's the GOAT. LeBron James, both, Jordan, MJ, Bird. I'm from Chicago, gotta say Jordan. Jordan is the GOAT. Kobe over Braun. Michael is the greatest. Larry Bird, Mike every day. MJ is the GOAT. I don't know who is better. It's a hard one, right? Jordan, are you crazy? MJ shuts down the rest. Nice Willy Wonka suit. Yeah, okay. LeBron because he broke. Okay, Orlando. Jordan. Badger. Okay, Jordan. MJ all day, but I don't like him. MJ. LeBron loves to flop. MJ. Kobe. MJ's the GOAT. Jordan will always be the greatest. MJ. Jordan's the GOAT. Kobe. MJ all day. 80s, 90s basketball looks lit. Who you like, boo? I ain't even gonna play with you. I used to think that I could not go on. Come on, man. Y'all know I'm from the era, the red and blacks. Stop playing with me, man, when the Jordans really meant something, when you couldn't afford them and it was for a reason and it was on like $100 and something. Michael Jordan over LeBron any day for me. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just a Michael Jordan fan, period. There you go. Sorry to say it. But again, I like the way that I did that. First, I got you guys' opinions, and then I just told you mine. Don't want to lead you guys down any ideas. There you go. Jordan, telling you. And when he came out with those red and black and white canvas pieces, I was looking at my boy's feet like, where did you get those sneakers? Let's go, y'all. Let's see what's going on, because now he's attacking a whole nother playing field. And I think NASCAR bit off a chunk that they could not chew. First of all, he got too much money, just like one of the other leaders. He owns Michael Jordan basketball sneakers. So he can afford cars, drivers, all sorts of stuff. So y'all think he was stepping to the AM light? Nah, y'all messed up. And you know what he said? I took on the same concentration as I would competing in a sports game. I was not playing about this thing with NASCAR. And that's when he knew that he was going to fight it to the end. This is the type of determination that you have to be as a person. You can still see it in his face. I love his character and his energy. Don't like everything about him. But when it comes down to that man's drive right there, I don't know anybody that can play harder than him and is more concentrated. 55 with the flu. How about that? Or if I'm wrong, you guys fix me up. Let me know. How many times they tried to get him sick, giving him the pizza, and he still came out and dropped it? Come on now, let me know. Let me know if anybody know what I'm talking about.
Game of basketball, and now they say with the lawsuit you changed the sport of NASCAR. Was that your intention?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well, when I got into the sport, obviously as I learned, it was a lot of things that I wasn't really happy about. The sport was not set up for success long term for the individuals that's involved in the sport. Now up top, yeah, they can make.
Yeah, they were doing all right.
Yes. They were making a good living, and the people that were putting on the show was not getting the type of recognition.
Compensated fairly. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a say so initially because I had to get in an understanding and know. And once I did, And we got to an opportunity where, okay,
I gotta rewind this real quick because somebody don't know that they tried to deliver Jordan a bad pizza and he got sick and still came out and dropped it. It was crazy, y'all. Look it up.
get in an understanding and know. And once I did, and we got to an opportunity where, okay, we need some changes, you know, and even if I get kicked out of the sport, even if I lose the lawsuit, I'm gonna wake up some people to understand what they're actually doing is wrong, you know. And
that's the way you go into something. Even if I plant these seeds and they don't do nothing, I'm gonna keep on trying to plant. I'm gonna keep on getting better. I'm gonna keep on learning. Olympic gymnasts, Olympic athletes, they train up to the day where they're doing the meet. Not only that, they train that day. They practice all the way until it's their time. This way that they're always on edge. Understand that you never stop sharpening up, guys, never. And determination is a great driving force. And you can hear it, he still got it in him.
And I've been a fan. It's not like I just woke up and said, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna attack NASCAR. No, I've been involved in NASCAR, I've been a supporter of NASCAR for a long period of time.
Yeah. When I read that Michael Jordan is going to take the stand, that got everybody's attention. Tell me you're thinking about, I'm going to get on the stand and I am going to testify. And were you nervous?
Oh yeah, I was definitely.
Were you nervous?
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I was nervous. Any courtroom makes me nervous because that's not where I want to be, really.
Yes,
100%. But no, I knew that, you know, once I took the stand, actually when we laid the lawsuit and it became, you know, people became aware that we were suing NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
I was all in. I was aggressively gonna win. Mm-hmm. You know, that was I became a competitor all over again.
See?
First of all, I wouldn't sue you if I didn't think we had a good case. Yes. You know, and we had a good case.
Now, again, a lot of people call him a lot. They call him narcissist. They call him whatever. But hey, that's what makes him up. And let me tell you something. I love him. I love Michael Jordan. I'm not even going to play around with you guys. When he got the ball, I used to just be like, and watch what happens. Some of the most magical, legendary. He set it off with those moves. I'm talking about, forget it. Some of the best games I've ever experienced and watched in my life. And it will never feel that way again because why? The game is not the same. The game is nowhere near the same. Do you think that they're going to let it be like a big guys in the middle beating people up the way that the Knicks used to be with Ewing, Oak Tree, and who was the other one? They used to tear you up when you came down the middle. You know what I'm talking about. Or like any other teams, like they're not going to let that play. They play fluff basketball now. Ooh, toodaloo, I'm going to fall on the ground. Oh, you technical foul me. And then they cut out a whole bunch of stuff. So now it's like basketball ballet just to entertain the crowd. Basketball wasn't like that. It was never like that. You either going to sit down and watch a real game or you're going to leave because you're bored. And no one ever left, especially when they was playing the real games. People, I'm going to say their names. I saw you guys putting it down, and we going there. And I'm going to show love for them. That's right. Talking about Larry Bird. I saw that with them three-pointers and them long-range shots. That's damn right. David Robinson, you damn right. Clyde Drexler. That's right. You know what I'm talking about. Clyde the Glide. And then you're talking about people like the Glove. Don't forget about the Glove. Y'all know what I'm talking about over here, right? Going back a little bit, we got to talk about Wilt the Stilt. I wasn't around for that, but I know about him. Bernard King did a whole bunch of phenomenal moves on the court. Even people that I didn't really like that played for the Knicks. That's right. Didn't like him at all. But I had to respect who? Mark Jackson. That's right, you guys. Can't forget about that one dude that goes out of balance, grabs the ball, and hits it from that range. I ain't talking about the new guy. I'm talking about the originator. Talking about Reggie Miller. That's right, you guys. And guess who taught him how to play basketball? His sister. Can't forget about the answer, Allen Iverson. I can do this all day, but I can't because we got to get into the next title. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. Since we're in the sporting realm, in a sporting category, I'm going to be a sport and tell you, watch out when you go to certain changing rooms and certain bathrooms, particularly Dick's Sports, because they got a situation going on with what's happening out there. We got more stores targeted by this nasty Fulio who's putting cameras in bathrooms as well as changing rooms, and he's coming back to try to get the footage. They found over 300 hours of footage of different people that were being recorded without their knowledge in the Dick's changing bathrooms as well as, the changing rooms as well as the bathrooms. Let's get on over here and show you guys this show. Let's get it.
Disturbing new details tonight in the case of a Dick's Sporting Goods employee who was arrested after being accused of planting a camera in a changing room.
Derek Beard appeared in court this morning where he was denied bond.
What do you mean, Dick's Sporting Good? Get it. Oh, can you feel it? I'm a Jim Carrey fan. Y'all remember James Carrey? Fire Marshal Bill, stop playing with me. And how did he have the nerve to name Fire Marshal Bill? His last name is Burns. Oh my God, he was just, Bill Burns. That was just, how do you come up with something like that? Let's rewind this back. And yeah, that's where I got it from. Jim Carrey, y'all know I'm a fan.
Derek Beard appeared in court this morning where he was denied bond. ABC 13's Allison Mullet was in the courtroom, and Allison, you learned a whole lot in court today.
Yeah. Today, here at the Lynchburg General District Court, the Commonwealth told the court this incident was not isolated to the Dick's Sporting Goods. They say that Beard was placing these hidden cameras in numerous different locations across the city. Prosecutors say this investigation goes far beyond a single store. In addition to Dick's Sporting Goods, they say Beard secretly recorded people at multiple locations across Lynchburg, including TJ Maxx, Kohl's, Target, the Muse Coffee Company, Millie's Living Cafe.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys again. I wanna let more people know about this story right here that's going on. Do you see this right here? And the only way to really get this story out is if you guys, the 500 or 600 people that's here, could go ahead and double tap that screen. Let's make the ends justify the means. That's all I'm saying, and it's not a lot of work. All you gotta do is double tap the screen like that. We get those likes up to make it make sense with the number of the people that up in here this morning. I really would appreciate it. Ain't asking you guys for no dough. I understand. I know you got paid yesterday and you tight. You don't want to share the love. I understand. You ain't got to break me off. We already got a little bit of love earlier, and a little bit of love is all it takes from Jordan and Coin Collection. That's right. We appreciate you guys for every single dime, because we're going to put that towards the premium fund and pay the rest of the yearly bill, hopefully, so that we don't have no more commercials. And I should have listened to you guys from day one, but guess what? That's how you're learning. That's how you get better. I appreciate you guys. Let's double tap that screen. I won't interrupt if you get those numbers up. Won't interrupt if you get the numbers up, because what happens is you hit the like, it sends up a signal because YouTube sees it, and much more people get over here to enjoy the show. I want people to know about this story right here, especially if they're in this area. They may have something to look into if they went to change their clothes or possibly went to one of these bathrooms. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it.
And more. They say they believe this has been happening for the past year. Today, I went to a couple of these stores to hear what shoppers thought of these new allegations.
It's really repulsive. That just makes you kind of rethink things and just more cautious about going into dressing rooms and stuff.
I feel like I have to check everywhere now almost. I have to check every single changing room I go into.
The Commonwealth says so far they've recovered 387 videos showing people inside changing rooms and public restrooms. About 1/3 of those videos involve minors, and folks say it's disturbing to them. How does that make you feel, just knowing that could affect someone that you love?
So if you sent your child into the bathroom at any one of these Dick's locations or any one of the changing rooms, you might want to start investigating and looking into this, especially with the dates that you guys are seeing going on here. If anybody knows anybody or anybody that shops there, just want to spread the word a little bit about what's going on right now, because this is pretty nasty and pretty creepy.
Yeah, it makes me honestly a little bit nervous and scared.
There's definitely children and underage kids as well. That's just kind of terrifying to think about.
We're also learning more about how all this came to light. Officials say the woman who discovered the hidden camera inside Dick's Sporting Goods is the wife of a police officer. They say she noticed Beard acting suspiciously, decided to take a look around the changing room, and found the camera hidden inside a pen. The Commonwealth tells me that the stores have been fully cooperative in the investigation. Prosecutors say they're continuing to analyze evidence, and they say more charges are likely as they uncover more. And the Lynchburg Police Department is asking that if you've been to one of these stores between February 1st and March 12th, that you fill out a victim identification form. And you can find more information for that on our website, WSAT.com.
WSAT.com. If you went to any one of these locations, that's why I'm telling you guys, D, it's a big situation right here. Might be a class action lawsuit, might be some lawsuits coming up against these guys. Hey, why not cash in if you possibly went there? I'm serious. Double tap that screen. Yes, a pin. You saw that in 55? You saw that, Lisa? He was trying to really be sneaky. Good thing she found that camera. Ooh, glad they got him. Wow, sick bastards. I feel violated. This made me mad when the shit you mean to tell me we can't stop in public no more. What? They need to check all stores that have changing rooms. $2.99 to become a member, fam. Real talk. Walmart got them too. What you talking about, for real? He needs 15 years. They need to bug detect the room every morning before the store opens. See, that's some smart stuff right there. I need to find an email to them and have all 300 people in our chat send that to Dix. From now on, all companies, y'all need to send out a debug those rooms. And how about this? That needs to be part of the security guard's job. They don't be doing nothing but walking around anyway. How about when the security get in there in the morning? Yeah. How about having them wand them rooms down and after lunch do the same thing, just in case? How about that? This way, if they do get caught up in a case like this, they could show that they've been trying to fight against it. How about that? You guys are good. I like the way that you guys came up with that. And sometimes you got to implement stuff that makes sense. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. That was a phenomenal idea. Let's get on over to Brooklyn's in the house. Brooklyn's in the house. That's right. I come from Bed-Stuy. When motherfuckers do it, they don't die. Better have the ratchet close by. Someone heard it. That's right, you guys. And you know the last part of what she says in Little Kim, right? You better have a pass when you cross that bridge. Welcome to Brooklyn. I'll be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're right about that. How you guys doing today? Okay, no doubt. Long as I'm out by 5 o'clock, yeah, I ain't playing. I'll take it all off. I'll put it right in my pocket. I've been doing that since the 80s. I'm not stupid. Let's go. We got to get on over to Brooklyn. We got a daycare situation ran by Muriel Majak. And for some reason, she decided she wanted to steal over $2 million that was supposed to fund the children to fund her lavish lifestyle. Not only is she stupid, but I think she may possibly be an illegal from Switzerland. What's going to possibly happen to her? Locked up, and you might be making some Swiss miss. That's right, you guys. Watch your head. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with this fool right here. Stole over $2.5 million, y'all.
Former Brooklyn daycare director, now accused of stealing more than $2 million in tuition payments.
Prosecutors say she used the money to fund a lavish lifestyle, including extravagant.
Now, when you see her, lavish lifestyle don't really mix with the person that you guys are about to see. Lord have mercy. You ain't get a hair done or nothing. No jewelry. All right, yeah, $2 million. This is the perfect example of how money don't mean you're going to look any kind of way. Don't mean you're going to look good. Money don't always make you look good. Trust me. Let's go.
Travel, shopping, and even professional wrestling tickets.
That's the only part that fits the person.
News reporter Shantae Lands with the story.
It's the woman, 43-year-old Muriel Majak of Brooklyn, trying to hide her face while leaving Brooklyn.
The professional wrestling part.
In federal court after she was arrested and indicted on money laundering and wire fraud charges for allegedly stealing nearly $3 million in children's tuition payments from this private daycare and preschool she worked at as the director. Muriel? Hi, Shantae from Channel 7. I caught up with Muriel Majak leaving her Park Slope home, which is in the same building as Kinderhaus Brooklyn, which is the name of the daycare. Is there anything that you want to say about those allegations? Nothing to say, like at court, covering her face as she walks away
And that bag is fake. You mean to tell me you done stole over $2 million, you got on some fake Chinatown glasses, I can call it out right now, and that bag is fake too. That ain't no, you see the fake chain that she got on them with Jim Jones and them be wearing with the silver thing on it? That thing be like $5,000 just for that. She got on a whole bunch of Chinatown crap. What the hell she do with all that money? You and me, we already know we can go to Chinatown and get that bag from an African dude for like $40. Them shades don't cost but about $20. And she had $2.5 million. What the hell she did with all that money? Eat it? That's probably the only place it went.
Crossing the street, a single mom who is a Swiss citizen pleaded not guilty after federal prosecutors say she stole nearly $2.75 million.
It went right here. That's 2.5 right here. All to the double chin. Right there. That's where she put that money at. And in her belly. She should have got some surgery done.
From Kinderhaus, Brooklyn, a German language immersion daycare which serves around 100 children, most with ties to Switzerland and Germany. Prosecutors say she spent millions on VIP wrestling tickets, luxury vacations, and food deliveries.
She wasn't spending on the wrestling tickets. She was wrestling. She just had a mask on and y'all ain't know it was her.
Nearly $3 million. Is there any comment that you have to that? According to the federal indictment, over the course of 3 years.
And got the nerve to be walking after you ain't pulling out of nothing. If I'm stealing that amount of money, y'all gonna be like, yo, Boogotti got the Boogotti. I see why they locked him up. Yeah, man, listen, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it to the gusto. I'm not playing. Ain't gonna catch me for no small amount of dough or walking around after the fact. We call this ATF right here. She walking around after the fact, dead broke with nothing to show for it. Same like, you know how you get your income tax check and you be like, oh, I got $1,000 when you're young. Then you go spend a little bit more of it. Next day they be like, yo, what you got? I got about $700 left, not realizing that the dough is getting low. So whatever she was doing, probably buying donuts and frequenting sandwich shops. She probably got a gold card at what you call that sandwich spot downtown in New York. She got a gold card at Cat's Deli, y'all, because that's the only place she could be spending all that money at.
Mijak made more than 450 fraudulent payments, spending more than $350,000 alone on professional wrestling tickets and more than $150,000 on ride sharing. Another $150,000 from food delivery services.
Oh, that's about
Prosecutors
right.
outlined her
I think that number's wrong though. The food delivery service should be the first number, and everything else seemed like it's making sense.
Transactions in court. Parents picking up their kids chose not to speak. Tuition can cost up to $48,000 per year. Mijak, who is here on a work visa, was hired by the daycare in 2013. She became the director, overseeing the school's finances in 2020, earning $40,000 a year. She was fired by the school in December and then sued. The judge ordered Muriel Mijak to wear a GPS monitoring device and to stay home on curfew. If convicted on the charges, she could face up to 20 years in federal prison. In Park Slope, Brooklyn, Shantae Lands, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Was it worth it? And she got no dough. So what's going to happen? She going to get an illegal aid lawyer, and she going to get the shaft. Not the shaft that she want and the place that she want neither. That was a pretty stupid move right there for Muriel. And guess what, you guys? It seems like you got what you deserve. How much was tuition? They said $48,000 per child. We're talking about New York here. And the bad thing about that is that was little children there. So imagine what the real tuition is for older people. Man, here we go again, using kids as a cover. Was it out of their house? No, it was out. It looked like it was out of one of those little two-family houses that they actually converted to a real situation. Too much. I wish that she would have gotten me some tickets, right? What the hell she doing with all that? Where the hell she was sitting at ringside for $350,000? I don't know, you guys. I think she was actually wrestling. She just put on the mask and like, how much you guys are going to charge me to go out there and do my best? Well, we're going to charge you $50,000. Okay, cool. Just call me this. And she was literally wrestling as far as I'm concerned. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Philadelphia. You know, it costs a lot to market yourself as a wrestler. It's not easy to go like this. Oh, yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. You got to pay for Elizabeth's dress and everything, you know what I'm saying? So if she's a new wrestler, she's got to have all of the extras, you know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you guys, she wasn't buying no damn tickets. She was a wrestler. She just had a mask on. Let's go. Philadelphia. He should step down. We got the residents here that are calling for the resignation of an assemblyman. Why? What was he doing, y'all? Ain't had nothing to do with no kids. Ain't had nothing to do, well, you know what? Probably hurt some kids, but so I ain't even gonna go there with this. Philadelphia, an assemblyman. He got caught selling that, I can feel it Hunter Biden, that's right, you guys, an assemblyman, making transactions and all that. I'm talking about, I told you guys we had a good show today. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all playing around with the likes, not giving your boy the love he's supposed to get. It's Purple Sunday. Ain't nobody came here to play. I came to put it down. Show your boy some love. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Because this assemblyman, they're saying that he needs to step down in Philly.
County Commissioner is facing a laundry list of criminal charges following a drug investigation. Commissioner Zach Cole-Borghi is accused of selling cocaine from his home and from his City Hall office in Bethlehem. Actually,
your boy had it on deck at the office and at the crib.
Leland Pender has the full story from Allentown tonight.
Prosecutors allege these crimes occurred between 2023 and 2025. Tonight, the Board of Commissioners addressing this as a governing body right next to their colleague's empty chair.
Thank you, Jordan.
An alleged cocaine operation, the suspect, a county commissioner, Zach Cole-Borghi of Lehigh County.
He should step down, allow the county to move forward.
At Wednesday's commissioners' meeting, members of the public and some on the board called for Cole-Borghi's resignation, while others praised his work and voiced support.
For the good of the county and to maintain public confidence, he should resign immediately. Zach continues to have my utmost support and respect.
Cole-Borghi was arrested Wednesday morning in Bethlehem. He's now in jail facing more than 100 charges, most tied to the alleged sale of cocaine.
He said, never sell no, where you rest at? The niggas that hold them packs could hold them guns too.
Prosecutors allege the drug activity happened in multiple locations, including Cole-Borghi's home, Bethlehem City Hall, even a child's birthday party.
Never sell no crack where you rest at. I don't care if they want an ounce, tell them bounce.
The investigation also revealed that Cole-Borghi facilitated at least one drug transaction during the meeting of the Lehigh County Board of Commissioners.
Cole-Borghi was also arrested last year as part of a larger drug investigation. These new charges stem from search warrants and a forensic review of his cell phone, leaving what prosecutors call a digital trail of evidence.
Number 9 should have been number 1 to me. If you ain't getting bags stayed up from police, niggas think you're snitching, they ain't trying to listen. They be sitting in the kitchen, waiting to start hitting.
The Lehigh County executive says, according to state law, he's permitted to stay in office for now.
Until he's convicted, he has every legal right to hold that office. Look, I think that his circumstances will present real challenges to how he can govern.
Now, the county executive admits this is a challenging situation, but says the board will continue to function and operate effectively. Cole-Borghi is being held under a $500,000 bail. He's due back in court April 8th.
So he gonna be running the show with a case and all that, and he still got it on deck. They saying, well, he does good work. What's the problem? Let him, you know what I'm saying? Let him fight it out. This is crazy. Look at our administrators and look at what these people are doing nowadays, you guys. You see who we got running our states and our cities? This is a pretty sad situation right here, you guys. I don't know. Do me a favor. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up so many more people can see what we got going on over here. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, why not? Go ahead and hit that button. Double tap that screen right now to get those likes up so that we can get up to 80,000 subscribers. Let's get on over to New York. In the Bronx, so I gotta do it, you guys. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. These vagabond shoes. I'm not gonna keep going, but let's go. We got a 17-year-old that tries to somebody on a 2 train. Wait a minute, Miss Tish, get on over here. You're about to be part of our headlines right now. I'm talking about Commissioner Tish, who told you and I last week that crime was down. And what city, what part of the city did we tell her that she's not been paying attention to, and for some reason they're not looking at the numbers at? One person said it. That's right, you guys, the Bronx. We got a 17-year-old who decided to get on the 2 train and try to somebody, right? Not with a pistol, with a, yeah, and guess what happened? They took it away from him, poked him up, and guess what? He had to call the police. Imagine that. Look at this turn of events right here. He had to call the police himself, and guess what? They took him to the ambulance in the hospital and also arrested him. That's right, you guys. Turn the tides on this fool right here, 17 years old. Now he's arrested and under charges.
Well, those victims, just 18 years old, were completely blindsided by that attack, Kelly. Police sources tell us that they were aboard a northbound 2 train, just minding their own business, where they were approached by a group of 8 people.
Oh, it's so safe in New York, you guys. Yeah, Tish said crime is down. You got to listen to the commissioner. You know, those are the same people that's protecting us, right? Come on, man. Do me a favor, please. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I would appreciate it. Oh my God, the irony. Yeah, exactly.
This all happening at the Bronx Park East Station around 7 last night. According to police sources, the suspects robbed one man of his cell phone, but that interaction quickly escalated into a brawl. The same victim was slashed in the face and arm by a knife-wielding 17-year-old boy, and the other victim was punched in the face. His phone was also taken. Now, the young men then attempted to defend themselves, according to sources, fighting through their injuries. Somehow, one of them able to grab that knife and stab the 17-year-old suspect. And police sources tell us tonight that it was the 17-year-old suspect who made the call to 911, calling police for help. We're told he and that 18-year-old victim who was slashed in the face were rushed to the hospital, where police sources also tell us that the 17-year-old suspect is now in custody. But at this hour, it's unclear what charges he may be facing. This all happening as the NYPD says transit crime is up more than 100% year to date. We're here at the Park East Station. Mike Lamort, News 12, The Bronx.
You guys be careful on them trains. Do not, I don't care what anybody tell you, do not be hanging around the edges of the platforms. I don't care how big you are, how strong you are. I care about you guys. Don't want to hear about nothing happening to you. Please don't do that. And another thing, I know you might be tired and you might be restless, but it's not always a good idea to sit down when you're on the train, especially if you are tired. I would appreciate you guys if you stand up. And don't stand up by the door, stand up in between the cars or somewhere like that. This way, only people that can disrupt is the people that's walking through, and you're not dealing with back and forth with people getting on and off the train. Get yourself a place over there, stand there, put your back to the conductor's door, and just go ahead and chill out. Please do that. Sitting down, it's okay, but then you got to worry about people next to you and possibly getting caught up in stuff where you can't get out of quick. Yeah, I'm always looking for a door or an exit, especially New York. Let's go. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Care about you guys, and I pray for you every single day when we do this. I'd like to also pray for the situation that happened to the youngster, and I'm so glad that he was able to get out of it. If you guys listen to the story, you see that they say that he was able to fight through his injuries and able to get the weapon and defend himself. So he was already injured, slashed a couple of times, and he was able to take the weapon away in order to defend himself. So the victim is actually the hero now in the actual event. Still want to pray for a full recovery. Amen, you guys. Sad situations out there. I've been stills nabbed a few times myself. Got over 1,500 stills niches and stills naples in my body. I've tried to go to the aid of many friends at times, and I was the one that was the victim. So yes, I was in my back, right next to my spinal cord, to the point where I could have probably not been able to walk from my chest down at one point. Then there was another incident where I have a huge scar right here on my side where I was helping another friend, and they decided to take out ox cutters with a B on the front and opened up my side to the point where it's lucky that I had on a thick sweatshirt, and it prevented the layers from not going down so far. Still have over 1,500 on this side too. This is the Bronx. This is New York. So I don't just talk about it, you guys. I live it. Right there. It's real talk. Be careful out there. All that fear-mongering crap that people say or whatever that I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm always the one that's knowing I'm about to get in something and people are like, it's gonna be fine. Things like that happen. Don't always come to the rescue of people also. Because next thing you know, same thing might happen to me. You go to the rescue of somebody, they run, And now the crowd is around you, and you got to do what you got to do. I'm telling you guys, serious situations happen in New York City and all over. Luckily, I was able to get out of that one as well as others. I don't just talk it, I've lived it. I'm trying to tell you guys preventive measures do not bring you guys here for no reason. That's right, amen. Yes, I passed the test, but guess what? I don't want to be tested anymore. How about that? Let's go. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys, to the New York City school teacher assistant who allegedly, lost her life to her own boyfriend. You guys heard about this story the other day. You just didn't know it had ties. We showed you a video the other day with a man who stole a taxi cab and drove through New York and crashed into someone. Prior to that, he took in the life of his own girlfriend. I don't know what she was doing with this guy, but she's no longer here. Let's get on, keep on moving forward, you guys. We got much more to get into. Again, I don't just do this for nothing. I'm not just out here whistling Dixie. I'm telling you guys proof and effective processes keep us alive and keep us going. Let's go. Let's get it.
Right now at 5:30, 2 different crime scenes, one suspect facing charges. Police released new details on the deadly crime allegedly committed before a carjacking. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan.
Welcome back. I'm Jessica Moore. The man accused of carjacking a New York City cab driver is now facing charges for allegedly killing his girlfriend in Mount Vernon.
Her name is Lisa Greer. Tony Aiello reports she worked for New York City schools, and many people are mourning her death.
Saturday at this building on 4th Street in Mount Vernon, police were called to check on the welfare of a tenant. Inside apartment A7, they found the body of 33-year-old Lisa Greer, a dedicated teaching assistant for New York City schools and a committed member of the Grace Place NYC church. People reacting on social media, it's just heartbreak.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other word for it. It's a tragedy, and we're all feeling it right now.
Pastor Stephen Paramala says the circumstances are shocking. A felony complaint filed in Mount Vernon alleges 28-year-old Jover Bryce beat Greer, his girlfriend, with a hammer, causing her death. Then, on Sunday, Bryce allegedly carjacked a yellow taxi driver in Manhattan, then crashing into an unmarked police car. Video shows him in custody. The NYPD identified him.
You probably remember this video we showed you the other day with this guy. It had history to it. He wasn't just doing the craziness with the taxi. He had did that other thing prior to this.
As Joseph Rice, but sources say he is the man wanted in Mount Vernon as Jover Bryce. 5 years ago, Lisa Greer had changed her Facebook relationship status when they started dating. UFT President Michael Mulgrew praised Greer, saying Lisa was truly special. Her kindness and devotion to others left a lasting impact.
One of the things I've been hearing from our congregation is that Lisa gave the best hugs. And that's just who she was. She wanted to make everybody feel welcome.
The suspect is being held at Rikers on the carjacking charges with an arrest warrant filed for the Mount Vernon homicide.
Glad you okay too, Lisa, so much. Yeah, is he crying? I think he was demented. He was crazy. Dead serious. Lisa, yes, we all are. And that's the reason why I come in, you guys. I try to teach you from experience of what I've been dealing with in this life. You don't just want to be a person that deals with stuff. See if you can talk to other people to try to prevent tragedies and bad things from happening to them. You can't fight every fight because I guarantee you're not going to win. I'll tell you that right there. And don't try to. We want to go for longevity. We want to go for peace, happiness, and tranquility. That's what we want. And if anybody around you has that in them, get away from them. Don't even bring people like that around you. Make sure it's all fruitful and cool. Anybody that's just not good energy for you or just good vibes for people around you, you got to protect people around you too. That's why my new friends, I wouldn't bring certain people around because you're responsible for your friends, who you introduce them to. Yep, that's right. You're responsible. I don't think you need them. We out. Because I know how you get down. Exactly. You got to protect your friends if they're really your friends. Do me a favor, protect me right now. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up if you appreciate the content, because we still got to keep on going, you guys. We got much more in the kitty. We're going to finish this story off. Sad, tragic event. Then we're going to get into a prayer, and then we're going to keep on moving.
Tony Aiello, CBS News, New York.
And yeah, women, please try to vet these guys much better, because sometimes you might see a warning signal, and I'm sure I've been there too. Anytime I get in a bad relationship or something bad happens to me, I say, you know what? I can't just blame that other person. I have to blame myself. You know why? because I'm the one that put myself in that situation. That's right. Also, please, we know we all want love and we all want affection, but guess what? We also got to pay attention to what? The warning signs. If you're already getting warning signs from people, because I'm sure that this probably wasn't the first time he acted up. Probably want to find a way to get away from somebody like that, or try to vet them much better. Sometimes hurt people like to stay with the same type of people because they understand situations that they've been through, but we don't always know if that's a good idea. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Let's get on over to this arrest warrant that's still active for a former Louisville governor. That's right, the judge has ordered that him to be held in contempt of court because he was supposed to be in court. Let's go, you guys. I've never heard anything about anything like this in my life, that a governor is about to be arrested. But yeah, let's get on over to Louisville, see what's going on.
There is still a warrant out for the arrest of former Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin.
WDRB's Valerie Chen takes us to his hearing and explains what he told the judge about his finances.
You appealed to the Court of Appeals and they said that you are not to be treated any differently than anyone else as far as the ceiling, etc. You are in contempt, and I do hereby sentence you to 60 days in jail to serve.
An order of arrest for former Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin.
Mr. Bevin, please turn on your camera.
He attended the family court hearing Tuesday morning via Zoom.
You're not here with us as you were ordered to be in person.
His attorney said Bevin was driving back from a funeral in Oklahoma for Glenna Bevin's father.
I stopped for a moment. I'm going to have to get moving, but I stopped to make sure I had a connection so that I could be here.
The judge said Bevin can avoid jail time if he pays a $500 fine and submits financial records to determine child support in the ongoing case involving his adoptive son, Jonah Bevin. Jonah accused his parents of sending him to an abusive boarding school in Jamaica when he was a teenager. The court asked Matt Bevin for tax returns and bank statements.
I can't understand how a bank statement would show income. I just can't. I know we already discussed this, but it's a moving target that's being asked of my client.
You keep repeating that, in your opinion, it's not germane, and that is the crux of the problem, sir. That tells me that you knowingly disobeyed this court's order. So,
Ma'am, if I may?
I'm not, no, you may not.
Okay. I'm not saying it's not relevant. I've been providing it and gathering it intentionally in response to the request.
What the court says, what the statute says, is that it is relevant to the issue of child support. And because you yourself...
No, but what is it, ma'am?
I am speaking.
I'm sorry.
The court says he only provided a financial disclosure statement and no supporting documents that were due on Tuesday morning.
I told you May in 2025. I told you in February of this year twice. I told you on March the 10th. I told you again this past Friday.
Neither Glenna nor myself are earning much, if any, income. We have been spending in recent years monies from the sale of properties and from savings, and the information respective to the amount of income that I have has already been provided.
The Bevins, who are officially divorced, had 9 children together, including 4 adopted children. Another family court hearing is scheduled for Friday.
So he basically ain't working. He's just trying to say that all he's doing is selling off all this stuff and he has no income. That's what he's basically trying to say. They need to give him a minimum, bottom line, because also when you have 9 children, there's no way in the world you can say that you don't have any income and you cannot help them out at all. Should have been thinking about that before you got involved in the situation. And again, why I always say, guess what? I'm responsible. I'm part of the situation, and I gotta show face and I gotta step up. So if that was me, have to eat the crow and do what I gotta do and go make some dough. Gotta do what you gotta do. There's no way in the world, as a parent, you're not supposed to be paying and taking care of your child. We don't play that game around here. I had a situation myself one time where they, boom, hit me up. And boy, you don't want them garnishing your wages because it gets totally different. You want to get in front of that. And you definitely don't want to get it to the place where there's arrears, because that can be really bad. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. I know a lot of people can identify with that. And of course, in New York, you know what they like to do when you owe child support? Watch your head. Oh, don't think that you won't get 6 months for owing some dough, some child support. I already know. All that return tax money. Lisa Ann, I'm using that. Lisa knows a lot about taxes. She knows a lot about accounting. Lisa, what you say? I didn't get it. I'm sad that I missed it. I hate that I missed it. Let's keep on moving forward. How you doing down there, Liberty? What's going on with you, Jordan? Everybody good, Faye? We got to keep on moving forward. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because now we got the Long Island Gills-Nang takedown force that led to 18 indicted for crimes in Long Island, plus in Mount Vernon. Guess who got tied up in this? A Mount Vernon officer. So we got a police officer, right? He just got raised in rank. I think he's a lieutenant now or something like that. He just got busted in a sting with some Long Island gang members. Guess what he was doing? He was the one that was getting them the pow-pows. So you guys, you think that something is being done, you think that stuff is being ran the right way, until you find out that somebody that was supposed to be protecting us, someone that's supposed to be protecting us, is actually out there adding to the hardships. They say that he was doing this for a number of years, I think about 4 years, providing GUNs for these gangs.
Alleged members have been indicted, accused in murders, armed robberies, and shootings on Long Island.
A Mount Vernon police detective who was just promoted is among those facing charges.
For the person that was like, I don't live in the city, I live in New York. I live in Long Island. This is for you.
Jenna DeAngelis has the details and video from Suffolk County.
A violent robbery at a deli in Flanders in 2024, with the suspect holding a gun to the employee's head. A year prior, another group of men are accused of robbing 2 Long Island 7-Elevens within an hour. Prosecutors say these suspects are part of the Riverhead-based 48 gang, among 18 alleged members indicted in a major takedown.
I didn't think they were going to catch him at all, and to know now is like, it does like give me like a good peace.
You grabbing a lady, trying to push her all around, pushed her to the ground. You already got the upper hand. What's going on with you?
The 7-Eleven employee says he woke up to a missed call from his coworker, the victim in this video, and rushed to the Central Islip store to a police scene.
He said like he couldn't do anything. There was 3 people. They had guns on him. And he was just really scared.
These crimes are part of a 57-count indictment between 2021 and 2025, spanning from Riverhead to Nassau County.
8 armed robberies, 7 shootings, including 2 murders, and the possession of 13 illegal weapons.
Suffolk District Attorney Ray Tierney says that includes the 2023 Riverhead murder of 47-year-old James Ayers and 18-year-old Marcel Arrington in Mastic Beach in 2021.
We not only charge the shooters, but we charge those who order the violence, those who fund the violence, those who acquire the weapons.
Mount Vernon Police Detective Kyron Bronskill, who's seen in this video just a week ago getting promoted, is among those indicted. The 34-year-old is accused of providing illegal firearms to gang members from 2021 to December 2022. According to prosecutors, he committed the crimes just days before he joined the department. During that time, he was a 911 operator with the NYPD. The Mount Vernon PD saying in part, a pre-employment background investigation was conducted in accordance with department procedures and no findings were returned.
No findings were returned. He was a 911 operator providing GUNs for gangs, and then he got bumped up to be a police officer. And what they say is, well, we did a preliminary employment background investigation. It was conducted in accordance with the department's procedures, and no findings were returned. And now he got locked up for giving them GUNs. Good work, y'all.
Bronskill's attorney telling us they entered a plea of not guilty and are fighting these charges.
The message is clear. If you are committing gang and gun violence in Suffolk County, we are coming after you.
The DA says this is the 3rd significant takedown targeting gang violence in Suffolk County already this year. In Mastic Beach, Long Island, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, let's get into it because it's on our header. You guys see it right there. Man, when I was cutting you out, buddy, I had to really go in. You see him right there, not looking too good, not looking like the Mr. Woods that we know, not looking like anything like Tiger. I'm talking about real is real and facts are fact, but it might be time to cut that head all the way back, bro, because I'm telling you, that middle piece right there, I couldn't even do good artwork with that right there. I tried my best, you guys. We're talking about Tiger Woods right here. There you go. We got the new Tiger Woods. This is what he's looking like right now. And we got a little bit of information coming in. Not much, but a little bit of commentary on what President Trump is saying. I think he's trying to stay away from too much commentary because of the fact that he just gave him a commendation as well as the presidential medal. Not only that, but if he's a real friend, you feel for him. You know, when somebody's going through a sickness like what Tiger's going through. I know you guys are looking at it like, yeah, well, it's Tiger Woods, he's rich. But you never know what somebody's going through. A lot of people, they suffer in their richness sometimes. Sometimes monetary is not good enough for them, especially if they lose their family and much more. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Let's get into this situation right now because, yes, President Trump basically does have some commentary on what's going on with Mr. Woods. But at the end of the day, he's saying that, you know, that's his friend. And he doesn't want to say too much to hurt their relationship or, you know, hurt what's going on with them right there. And I understand that because it's respect for your buddy. So let's see what's going on here. Hold on a minute. Oh, gotta go get it. And I'm sorry about that, but we're going to go get it real quick. It wasn't too much, but I just want you guys to see what's going on with this. You guys see me do this before. It's not nothing I haven't let you guys see before. All we're going to do is research some content and bring it back over. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go. It's the newest one right here.
All right, thanks for sticking with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm Alexandra Goldberg. President Donald Trump addressing reporters after touching down in Miami. Let's listen in.
Yeah.
I feel so badly. He's got some difficulty. There was an accident, and that's all I know. Very close friend of mine. He's an amazing person, amazing man, but some difficulty. I don't want to talk about it.
What's your reaction to what happened in the House? The TSA funding is stalled.
Well, you know, the Democrats want to let illegals come into the country, criminals, murderers, every kind of criminal you can imagine, and the Republicans just don't want to have it happen. I have spent the better part of this year trying to get these criminals out, and the Democrats want to have them come in, and we can't let that happen.
Yep, so he spoke on Tiger, briefly spoke on Tiger, and I respect that because it's a friend. It's a very serious situation right there. You don't want to talk too much about stuff that's going on with a personal friend. And again, it's a disease. That's how they look at alcoholism. Or even if it's drugs, guys, he's only hurting himself so far. No one else has gotten hurt, but hopefully does get some sort of help that we want to definitely pray for him. Yeah, even though he's rich, we want to pray for Tiger Woods as well as any other person that may be out there suffering with chemical dependence. Anyone who's suffering from alcohol dependence or any other sort of drugs, hopefully that you get the help that you need, no matter if it's a child or a woman or whatever it is, an older man or whatever. Does not matter who it is. We know and we've seen it hurt many people in our communities. And Lord knows you don't want to come across the wrong thing like that Fetty Wap to take you out. So we pray for everyone, not just Tiger Woods, everyone who may be dealing with substance abuse, because it's not nothing to laugh at. It's a serious situation. Amen. And I'm looking at Tiger Woods' face and his pictures now. It doesn't look anything like the person that he used to be. Sometimes money, you guys, is not everything. It's not always about having money. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know what I decided to do? I said to myself, you know what? We're going to do something different in the health and wellness section right after this clip. Right now we got this Ultra Music Festival going on where they're making history with battery-powered stages. That means that they can pop these stages up anywhere. Let's go, you guys. Ultra Music Fest. How many people going to concert this summer? How many people plan on being out there with the people, planning on jamming out and having some fun? Well, check it out. If you want to go to a good setup, you might want to look into the Ultra Music Fest setups.
Officially underway, and this year they are making history. Not for their music, but sustainability. Sophia Hernandez shows us how.
You know these rave lights well. Yep, it's Ultra. And this year, things are a little bit different. This large-scale stage is being powered by batteries.
This is definitely the power source for events and festivals for the future.
Paul Schering with Show Power is the man behind this.
The back part, that's an inverter. That's supplying the power to the stage. And then we have 2 battery units, and they store the energy.
Each battery unit holds 4 car batteries inside, packing some big power.
In total, this has a capacity of 330 kilowatt hours. which is enough to power the entire stage for over 10 hours.
Most festival stages rely on diesel generators, but this stage, the Resistance Cove stage, will be powered by Show Power's smart grid battery system. The zero-emission batteries are independent from the power grid and have an internal cooling system, perfect for Miami heat, and are easily connected.
From here, it's going to the transformer to the stage.
The initiative is funded by nonprofit Reverb, making Ultra the first large-scale music festival in the United States to be powered by batteries. It's all part of Ultra's Mission Home initiative.
It started with only 20 initiatives, and now it's grown to 65 initiatives that will be here at the festival this year.
So they could pop those stages up anywhere, get it going on with batteries, and we like this, you make me happy. It's like having a good DJ setup, but for whole concerts, ran by battery. What else could they do like that? Could they run homes like that? Could they probably do little farms and gardens like that? What can that be converted to that we can use as human beings? That's how I look at things. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know how we do it over here. We don't look at things from one aspect. We look at things from many different areas. And I'm gonna be the first one to step out, because what we have going on in our health and wellness section is really helping out a lot of people. We're learning about our bodies. We're learning about what we need to be eating. We're learning about a lot of different things that we need to be implementing and what we don't need to be implementing, right? So dish detergent stuff that's like what's in those power bars versus actual candy bars. Today, I want to actually go a little bit further, because we've been talking about it. We've been talking about planting. We've been talking about herbs. We've been talking about fruits. And we've been talking about using small spaces like this apartment room right here to actually grow sustainable vegetation that we can actually eat. We're going to get into it right now, you guys, because we sent out some kits. You can't just send out a kit. You got to tell people how to do it. So Boogotti, myself, and our bottom line guests and co-family, I want you guys to be ready right now. I'm going to send every one of you guys an instruction packet of how to put together your 28-piece herb gardens, the ones that are hanging, right? But I said to myself, somebody had to do this before. Let's see if we can find a video to show the family, so once they do get their hanging herb gardens, of how to actually put them together. So Liberty and Justice, you've got a kit. Batty Lynn has got a kit. So you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to show you guys what to do once you have those hanging herb kits, what you can grow, where you can put them at, and how to keep them growing and making your own herbs and spices. Let's get into it, you guys. DIY, indoor herb garden in a shoe organizer. That's right. Starts off with thrift store shoe organizers, the same way we went to Dollar General. Plants in the pockets, materials, what you need, gravel, soil, herbs, how long it takes, and how to get it going. Let's get into it, you guys. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, my favorite segment of our bottom line. It's time to get into it, you guys. The health and wellness section. Today, we're going to be covering DIY, indoor herb gardens in a shoe organizer, HGTV, handmade. It's on the HGTV home channel. That's the Home and Garden television channel. Let's get into it, you guys. Here goes a sneak peek of what you guys are supposed to be doing once you get your hanging gardens.
Hey guys, welcome back to Handmade. I am Maria Antoinette, and today I am going to be walking you through how to take a shoe organizer and change it into an herb garden. So let's get into what you're going to need for this tutorial. You're going to need a utility knife. You're going to want to grab some small gravel stone. I picked mine up at the aquarium store, and they come in a ton of different colors, so you can make this as adventurous as you want to. Of course,
one thing I want to say too is you can prevent having to go get the seeds, because this way that she's showing, you can go get the plants and put the plants in there and get them going from the plants already being started.
You're going to need dirt, and if you don't want to get your hands dirty, it's okay to use a spade. And of course, you're going to need all the herbs of your choice. And last but certainly not least, your container. You can use any shoe organizer you want that hangs on the wall. We're going with the plastic one today, but they do come in cloth. So let's get into the project. All right, guys, so once you have your hanging shoe in place and secure where you're going to leave it, you're going to take your utility knife and you're going to make small holes at the bottom of the plastic. You're going to want to make sure that you put these in a brick lane pattern.
If it's mesh, you don't have to worry about doing this part. That's why the ones I sent out were mesh. Now, if you're looking for sustainable to last a long time, you might want to get a plastic one for outdoors because of the weather and things like that. That's the two differences, just to let you guys know.
That way, it keeps the most strength inside of the plastic. Another thing, which is what
aquarium rocks. She's using aquarium rocks so that the roots will be able to grow down and have a sustainable area to grow free from where the dirt is at and be able to get even bigger. Let's go.
I'm focusing so hard. You want to make sure that you don't cut all the way through the plastic to the backside.
She's only cutting holes in the front of this one.
All right, so we have all of our holes punched. I'm ready to take you on to the next stage. This stage is really easy. We're going to line the bottom of each one of these sections with a little bit of this small gravel. It's really important to allow the water to drain down so your roots don't get dry rot. So we're going to do that lining, our soil, our herbs. So let's get into the soil. All right, guys, let's get dirty. So we're just going to go ahead and scoop in our dirt. Super easy to do, especially with a spade.
Pretty simple, you guys. You got to be honest, right? Pretty simple. Why not? Use the outside of the window. Don't put it in the bathroom. That's not going to work. No inside of closets because it needs to have some sort of sustainable light. If you can put this outside the front door, if you guys can put it on a wall near the kitchen where good south light is coming in, you guys can use the regular walls for this if there's sunlight coming in and there's a certain temperature in the room.
Keeps life so easy. Now with the dirt, you want to make sure you leave about 3 inches from the top so it gives you space to put the dirt that comes.
And thank you. I have mines of purple because light isn't good for the roots. Ours are purple and they're mesh.
With the herbs into the pocket.
This is what I like though. This cuts out trying to make it grow from the beginning. But if you guys do want to have the experience of letting it grow, you can just drop seeds in the dirt and then go from there. But if you want, you can just buy the herbs and plant them just like this.
Alright guys, now you can top off your soil. This is going to give you a little bit more stability with your plant. This is what it's all about, getting dirty, right? Get your hands in there. Push that soil down.
I don't know about y'all, but me coming out seeing something like this in my own house growing, it just makes you feel a total different way. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you can't do it because you really can. This is hanging on a wall. She's got this hanging on the wall where good sunlight's coming in.
How beautiful is this? Now the really cool thing about this is if you have small children, this also becomes an experiment because you can see the roots start to grow down into that small gravel. It just becomes a full experience.
She using plastic because she wanted to see the roots grow down into the gravel. Different people, different tastes.
You can eat it, you can see it grow. All right, let's get our next ones in. Now removing your herbs from your containers can be a little bit tricky because sometimes the roots will grow out of these holes. So just take your time, be gentle with it, massage the container, and just let it kind of just fall out. You
also want to make sure that the sizing is per area. You're going to have certain herbs and things grow taller than others. So just make sure you're spacing things out right along where they're going to grow at. The length of the possibilities of the growth.
Like that. Now we're going to just squeeze that.
This is a good way to do it, right, guys?
It allows the roots to just come alive and realize that they're about to be put in new soil and just opens them up for a better living environment.
Go for it, Dennis. I want to see progress in that Discord area. We have a family here. This is our home and garden area. Please, Dennis, please join our Bottom Line Discord. We want to use that Discord for images like this. This is what we have a Discord for, you guys. Once those roots start growing, let's get it. And Liberty, I found the photos of your little furry friend. I'm gonna put them up in the on the post notification area, but I didn't know that you put them up there. I saw some other keychains and stuff too. So everything that you guys put up in the Discord is gonna be up in the post notification area.
When you're placing your herbs into your container garden, you want to think about how they're going to grow. So you have rosemary at the top, which is going to grow straight up. It'll also come out a little bit, but this is going to be your tallest, so you want it at the top. Next, you can either put something like parsley or cilantro. Both of those are going to be longer, fuller, so they're more of your fillers. They're going to.
If you have not hit the like button thus far or subscribe to the channel, what are you waiting for? Also, give me all the money in your pockets right now. No, I'm just kidding. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Get some more people over here to see what we got going on our channel. Yeah, they need to learn something. Let's learn them something, y'all.
And fill in this gap and just make it look so lush. One plant goes a long way. When you get down to the bottom, it's great to use your shorter plants that don't grow tall but maybe grow full but they stay short, like oregano or mint. Mint is a great one, and you definitely want to plant mint by itself. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the plants in, and I'll be right back.
What you guys think about this? Our pots are fabric. I'm showing you this demonstration so that you guys can know what to do. Also, she put the holes in there for her preference, and she says she likes doing this because she wants to see the roots grow. We have purple growers that we have out. We just ran out because we sent out a whole bunch of them. We're getting another load in today. Doing pretty good with the growing kits on the website, you guys. I guess because it makes sense.
All right, I got everything in. Now to label it, because that's very important. I don't know about you, but sometimes I just can't keep up with which herb is what. I made some really simple labels, handwritten. If these are going to be outside, I recommend getting them laminated, but just throw them in there and go.
Makes sense, right? And that's cool when people come over like, yo,
How
look at this.
adorable is this, right? I absolutely love this idea. I've seen it done, and I always wanted to do it myself. This is so convenient for covered porches, even indoors. So, is this something you can see yourself making for your home? If it is, comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you make one, share it with us on social media using hashtag HGTVHandmade. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
And you know we share platforms over here. We don't just take people content for nothing. We're going to show some love. Again, just so you guys know, again, DIY, indoor herb garden, in a shoe organizer, HDTV, homemade. That's right, HDTV, I'm sorry, handmade. They got about 105,000 views. HDTV home. That's right, you guys. We got to share the information over here. And if anybody else has any gardening tips, anything to help us out, we're not going to be quiet to it. We're going to pay attention because it makes sense. Do me a favor, double tap that screen, get those likes up, because guess what? We got to get over to Kentucky, Kentucky, Kentucky. If you were offered $25 million for your property, would you take it? What do you guys say? Let me know what you guys think, because this group, this mother and daughter, they like, you know what, all money ain't good money, and we decide that, you know what, we're going to keep our land.
Well, a mother and daughter in Kentucky have turned down a $26 million offer for their land. The offer came from an unnamed tech company wanting to build a data center. Jared Ochacher traveled to rural Kentucky and talked to the woman about their deep ties to the land.
This is the land in rural Kentucky that Delcia and her mother Ida turned down $26 million for.
I just said my land is not for sale. I never had a for sale sign on my land. I never wanted to sell my land, never even dreamed of thinking about selling my land. And it's priceless.
It's easy to say no to $26 million whenever it really doesn't buy anything that you need.
It's easy to say no to $26 million when it can buy nothing that you need. Don't she sound like a real landowner? She's like this land is your land, this land is my, she said it straight up and down. I don't want to sell my land.
Once this land is gone, there wouldn't be anything else I'd really want.
And they told me it wasn't a difficult decision, and it's one they'd make again, because this property isn't just property. It's a home, and it's a lifestyle of farming that's been passed down in generations and generations of their family.
Oh, it's all the time when we had parties, we would fix that back there for the grandkids to have, you know, cookouts. just ever Christmases and everything we needed, it was usually right here.
They were offered tens of thousands of dollars per acre, as were a few of their neighbors, so that an unnamed company could build a 2,000+ acre data center. It would be the biggest project in the state.
Most of the people I've been around, please don't let us down, please. Our land won't, our businesses will be destroyed here. Our homes will be no value to them left. Please don't let this happen to our county.
A community group called We Are Mason County is suing to try and slow down the process and learn who the organization is, the company is, behind the project. Back to you.
What an interview. Thank you.
They got enough land to plant on, to make all sorts of farming going on over there. They don't need that though. They straight up, I love people like that because they're rich in spirit, rich in family, and rich in heart. I love people like that. What do you guys think about that story? Y'all know how we do it around here. 25 million, get off my land. Be there with the shotty, with the double barrel. They look like them two sisters that'll be there right there with the shotty like this, sitting there rocking. I'll tell you one thing, if they come back on this land again talking about giving us some money for it, I'm going to send them off here with a buckshot in their ass. They're trying to take over the communities. They're looking at the land, not what's gonna happen in the community. Data center in that beautiful location, getting rid of all of that grass, all of that beautiful farmland for a data center. How about kick a rock for a block? No, thank you. Let's get on over. We got to keep on moving forward. We got to go. Let's go, you guys. Because I was sent this by a friend, and I said to myself, let me see if I can make this story a little bigger. But you know what? There's no way to make this story bigger unless you got the shoes. And I'm not talking about the Jordans. I'm not talking about that, even though we had Michael Jordan on here. This little guy, he's got his own shoes. You know who sent this video in to me, and thank you so much for sharing. We've got a chicken. He's got bad feet. That's right. It's a chicken with bad feet, and he couldn't walk until his mom bought him some high tops. That's right, you guys. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, because yes, I don't make this stuff up. It happens in real life.
He's got about 30 pairs now. Come on. There you go. Good job. Normal chickens definitely should not be wearing shoes. He doesn't have the tips of any of his toes. Hence the name Nips.
His name is Nips because he don't have the tips of his toes. So she put him in high tops.
This lady found out that I ran a rescue and asked if I would be willing to take a chicken or two. She never told me exactly how he lost his toes. Hi. In the beginning, he didn't move much. Come on, sweetie. And then I realized that I had these old dog shoes that we don't use anymore.
She realized she had some old dog shoes that she didn't use anymore.
And so I put them on. And it was really funny to watch at first. He finally started getting the hang of it, like after a week or so. My mother-in-law saw, immediately went onto Amazon and sent me like 3 pairs of shoes. Ever since then, he's just been wearing boots every day. I think he's got about 30 pairs now. He has so much more attitude now that he has the boots. And I think it's just that it's
They literally went and got this guy. They really went and made some Uggs for this fucking... My bad, for this damn chicken. They made Uggs for this chicken, y'all. The chicken got on Uggs.
Giving him the confidence that he can go farther. He's cruising the whole thing now. So I felt like that was a clear sign to us that it was pain that was preventing him from moving around. Now when he wears the boots, he's ready to take on the world.
Somebody said he got on Chugs. They got the fur coming out the top, y'all. Yo, I don't know. Yeah, that was it for me. I done seen it all. We always say that. We can make something up, and in a few days, they're going to have it already showing out here. And you guys, guess what? We had a fantastic show. Y'all don't even realize how long we went so far. This has been phenomenal. Great show, great commentary, great follow-ups, and we even had a chicken with high tops on. Oh boy, yo, that was crazy right there. If you guys appreciate the content, do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Please get those likes up because this is going to be the last time you have a chance to do that on Purple Sunday. Yes, Purple Sunday, that's what today is. So double tap that screen, get those likes up. Go ahead and give out all the donations that you want. I'd appreciate them. I don't hold back anymore. Thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you so much, coin collectors, for the having me in the middle of you guys battle of the super chats. I really appreciate you. You probably done paid half of that half of the yearly when it comes down to premium. And you're the reason, you two guys, let's put it like this. Jordan and coin collection, you're probably the majority of the reason why we're going to be flowing smoothly this year. So please stay around because there's nothing but smooth sailing tonight because of Jordan and coin. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. First, y'all tell me to get premium. Now you pay for it? Come on, y'all. Y'all treat me too good around here. Love you guys so much, and I love you so much. So what I'm going to do now, open up the forum. That's right, the post notification area. I got a job to do. Got to go to the Discord and find these images that you guys have been putting up there with all of that merch. I love it when I saw it the other day. I'm going to put it up in the post notification area. But if you guys want to use the platform for good, the way that we use it for, we're going to be having a new post going up from 55 as well. 55 Coffee House. That's Lisa Roy. We want you guys to pay attention to what's going on here because we create situations where not only we're able to sustain, we're able to help each other. And Lisa's got a fantastic idea what she's doing with that coffee, and we're going to be supporting her. We got that coming up. Also, you got a party going on? You got any sort of promotion you're trying to get going on out there to try to get out? Guess what? We already have 70,000 plus subscribers, and we're looking to go to 80. We use our platform for each other. That means you guys send me your promos in. I put them in the post notification area, and that means a lot of people hopefully see your product, and hopefully they go buy it. I don't know what you're selling or what you got going on, but that's what we use our post notification area for, to promote for each other. We're a family over here, you guys. I guess after a while of me saying it, you guys are going to realize it. Can't do all of this stuff by myself. That's right. Like the Show Your Talent search. That's coming up in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Got a brand new distributor, a brand new flow, and we got 4 new stores that took us in. So that's what we're going to do. A talent show. And it's not about just rap, not about just singing. Talent is talent. You're a talented chef, bring your food. You're a talented gymnast, show me some back flips. You can't make it, do it online while we're on live, and I'm gonna bring you in. And if you win, boom, $250. One person online, 5 boroughs, 5 people. After they all come against each other, that's 6 people. We're gonna have one winner. It's gonna walk away with $1 grand, you guys. That's right. I'm the host, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And like I always tell you guys, you know I don't forget my people. Also, my DJ. DJ Don Dada, formerly Don Donna of Black Ink Crew, but now she's with the crew and she's over here with us. Where? At Big Drip. Doing those promos and making sure that we turn up with the fire music and with the fantastic and pretty looks. Yes, she's a very beautiful woman, I gotta tell you that, and very personable. So if you guys wanna meet DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, and myself, come on out to some of these events. Pull up. Let's see your talent. And if you just want to hang out and have a drink, got to be 21 and older, but why not? Pull up, have a conversation. Let's see what we can do, get something going. I'm telling you already, Casey did, Mark Dorfman did, and we had a fantastic show in the Bronx, and we had another one in Staten Island. Now we got 4 more set up. Want to be a part of the talent show? I told you already what to do. Go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. First area's got the email slot. Put your email in there, and we're going to start sending you guys next week the locations, the dates of where we're going to be at. And don't worry if you're in another state or city. You're going to still be able to see it because you're going to be able to chime in here because we're going to promote it. And if you want to be a part of it, boop, go ahead and hit that button and come on in. That's right, you guys, the Show Your Talent Search by BOOGOTTINYC and Big Drip Hard Punch. And right now, y'all know what time it is because it's Purple Sunday. We got to get you guys out of here with the right type of prayer. We got to make sure that we're covered. Got to make sure that we letting the Lord know that we appreciate him giving us another day to come together. I myself want to thank you for me being able to be here again. I've seen a lot of my friends lose their lives, Lord. And after yesterday going to that repast again for another one of my brothers, I just want to let you know I really appreciate every single day that I'm giving life to come here. You guys, you gotta understand. You never know when you're when the promise is over, and we're never promised tomorrow. So really live it up every single day. Trust me, from the stuff that I've seen in my life, I want you guys to enjoy every single moment of your life. When they tell you why you got a suit on, tell them because you're alive. How about that? Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. On Purple Sunday, you guys, do your boy a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We don't do nothing but this every single day. So that means I'll be here at 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to turn it up, to do it all over again with the #1 co-host, the #1 fan on YouTube from 6 o'clock with the #1 show, H+OUR Bottom Line. It means our. The plus means ours, O-U-R. That means it's ours for an hour plus. And we don't do nothing but take in what? The bottom line, because we don't play around here. That being said, it's been a phenomenal show. Purple Sunday, you guys. That being said, see you guys tomorrow. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em! Peace. See you guys 6 a.m. Monday. Let's go.